Oh my god, we're live! Welcome to
Hey!
Nerd League Gaming, starting a new adventure. It's session 0. We are creating characters. For those of you that are used to the old gang, this is the new gang, which is just one new face. One old face missing, one new face here. We got Judge Hector, no, other side, Judge Hector, right there. We got
Hello.
DM Roy, now just plain old Roy. Got John down here. And the newest addition to the crew, we have Mark, also known as Moonstruck Dice, has been the sponsor of the
Hello.
stream for a while. He creates custom dice, if you didn't know. That's all I got for intro. That's all I prepared. I didn't even prepare that. That just came straight out of the scotch that I'm drinking.
That was beautiful.
See you guys next week.
Wrap it up.
Session 0. We're playing Tales from the Yawning Portal, Dead in Thay. I don't know, how new is this book, Yawning Portal? Is it more recent series of adventures, or was it released? I didn't released it. What? New sub?
It's a year or two old.
A year or two old?
Probably two by this point.
Oh, it's Hector making me think all these good things are going. Yo, the stream is like chopping up like crazy. Is that just me?
No,
Looks
that's just
pretty
you.
smooth for me.
It looks pretty smooth on mine.
Oh,
yeah.
smooth on your side? Okay, cool. Cool. It's all frozen up on my side. Probably has something to do with all the other stuff that I'm running. Or it was that Twitch wanted to show me a commercial. Either or. Yeah. Dead in Thay. It's a great little dungeon crawl. It's actually the second part of, I believe it's Dreams of the Red Wizards is the series. And it's a two-part. There's Scourge of the Sword Coast, which is the first part. And Dead in Thay, which is the second part. We're making the first part because, I mean, that's what they did for Tales of the Yawning Portal. They just made it a separate thing. Though you could play Scourge of the Sword Coast and get, time for a pint. Dropping a sub. Look at that. Don't everybody get too excited now. Thanks, Time for a Pint. I appreciate you.
Awesome.
If I slur a little bit, it's because I've been drinking a little bit of the scotch.
Damn, Scotch? Figures.
Started hard, fast.
Canadian scotch. No, it's all I drink, so.
Bourbon, buddy. Scotch. Gee, some people.
I'm a scotch drinker. What can I say?
Now with a bunch of barbarians.
But still got the 5-ounce glass. Still got the 5-ounce glass.
I represent that comment.
Speaking of classes.
Okay, so I guess there's not much really to jump into. I guess we can kind of go around. You guys can give like the one liner or whatever paragraph or however much you have background on your kind of character. And I guess we'll start with Dirge. We'll start Dirge this side. Hector this side. Roy this side. Start with Hector and Dirge.
Dirge is a half-orc barbarian. Pretty straightforward. He's a totem barbarian. He went bear, and then since we're going to 10th level right now, his secondary totem is the wolf. So he can.
Those are his attributes. I'm asking you to tell a little bit about Dirge.
I'm going to.
Getting there. Damn, man.
Jeez.
Pushy.
Let me get my process going. So his secondary totem is the wolf. So he can sneak and track at full pace. I don't know if that's going to be helpful, but he's a southern gentleman and becomes quite a bit of a monster when he gets angry. There's not much personality yet. I'm going to figure it out as we go.
Of course. Not too well. I mean, there'll be time for RP and personalities and stuff like that, but it'll be in between the bloodshed. Because I'm sure there will be plenty of bloodshed. It's a dungeon crawl after all. Hopefully not yours. Hopefully other creatures in the dungeon that you guys leave in a bloody mess. But we'll see. Mark, let's hear about your character, Harold. He's quite the interesting gent.
I'll be playing Harold Acherai. He is a hill dwarf, Circle of the Spore druid, and speaks in the plural because he is essentially a hive mind connected to an entity that is only referred to as mother.
Love it.
Yeah, that's him. Very monotonous. kind of, being controlled by this fungal spore entity that just wants to spread more spores around the world and take over as much as possible.
But he doesn't tell people that.
BBG? Or
Well, that's kind of why he's with everyone else, is so he can secretly just spread more of the spores around the world.
You guys look like traveled type.
sounds kind of like BBG.
Okay, so let's hear. Is that? Did you get everything out, Mark? That you wanted to share?
That's that.
Perfect. That's Harold. I guess Roy. We'll go over to Zio.
Zio. No, Zio? Zio.
Zio. Whatever
Zio
you.
is-
Zio.
Zio is an Asimar. Is that how you say that? Asimar?
However you want, man.
He is an Asimar who is conflicted. He is an level 8-2. He is a level 8 shadow sorcerer and level 2 divine warlock. Is that right, or is it
Celestial?
Celestial.
Celestial
Thank you.
Warlock.
Level 2 celestial warlock. So he has. He, of course, as a fallen angel, or as an angel, he is connected to some sort of higher being who's always sort of directed him, and he has touched the light. He is wreathed in the dark, and he's really conflicted. His sort of story arc is that he's on the cusp of being a fallen Asimar. Every time I say that word, I'm going to say it differently. Just I don't know.
Hey, it's one of those words.
He's on the cusp. He hasn't been a sort of real practicing ASMR for a while. He's been kind of like blowing off and ignoring his angels' sort of directives and advice for a while now, kind of doing his own thing. But he isn't fallen yet, so I'm not sure which way that might go. But he is a conflicted young person on the edge of one way or the other.
Oh, nice. So choices to make. And then, so is that everything you want to share about Zio? For now, Zio?
Zio.
I'm going to pronounce that differently all the time, so there we go.
Voice, he's sort of well, I'll get into the voice. He's sort of a think like emo 20-something, emo millennial. So he dresses all in black, including a hood that mostly obscures his face, which is interesting because, well, he does that sort of mostly to hide his face. I guess we'll talk about his face as I get into his theater, but he is this sort of, actually, for those who see his face, is actually this strikingly beautiful young man.
He's an e-boy.
Yeah, so he doesn't really sound like it. So I'm gonna, my version of an emo millennial might be like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh or something. I don't know how it's gonna...
I'm down with that. I wanted to create an Eeyore character at one point in
Listen,
time.
Roy, I'm just so excited that you have a character that's not named Bob.
I know, no, man. I really,
That would have been too funny.
really wanted to. But I was. It's hard to do like the emo thing with Bob, right?
Hey, Bob can be an emo. Bob can get depressed. He can be nihilistic.
I'm changing. Bob, here we go. Yeah, so you get to know the Zio and his quirks and traits and such as we play. So
Beautiful. Always the best way to find out about those.
oh crap.
And then I guess if Roy's done, that leaves us last, but of course not least, with John. Yeah, it's a point there. John.
Yep. So my character, he was a Furbolg soldier, a warrior / ranger that protected a forest for many years. He's already over 130 years of age at this point. Hulking Furbolg at 8'1" and 310 pounds. At some point, not too long ago, his forest was attacked, mostly destroyed and or defiled by some group. And at that point, a touch of the Shadowfell kind of entered his being, and he became a Gloomstalker. At that point, he took up the name of Fween, which is shadow in Elvish, after hearing others call him that as he stalked his prey in the forests and eventually coming to wherever you are now. His goal is to come from the darkness and strike down those that would harm the natural order and get vengeance for his forest.
Nice. So it's funny that you mentioned wherever got him to where he is now, because I thought a fun little thing to do with the character creation before we kind of dove into who the characters are, level by level kind of thing or whatnot, would be letting you guys know how this adventure kind of starts off. Each of you are going to have to think up where your character would have been in some like life endangering situation just before this adventure. It's going to be the last thing your character remembers before we start the adventure. And it's got to be something. It could be a battle. It could be just before you're about to take a blow from a great sword, something like that. You know what I mean? Just something that where your character was, the last thing he remembers before we start the adventure. I just thought I'd give you time to let that you know about that now. You guys can kind of think about that, and we kind of dive in. Sorry?
Are we getting poofed somewhere?
Oh, maybe there's a poof. Maybe there's a poof. Here, poof. Come here, poof.
Oh,
there might be a
That's
little
an offensive
poof.
term.
Is it? I always thought about that, like the Simpsons poofy tail, the dog with the poofy tail, and he chases it down the street. Does anybody know the Simpsons episode I'm talking about? Is anybody
No.
a Simpsons file like I am?
No, sorry.
The one where he gets banned from Moe's bar, and then that guy incognito who looks just like him and is called Guy Incognito gets beat up by the bar, tossed out, and Homer's like, "Oh my god, that man is an exact duplicate of me. Oh my god, that dog has a poofy tail." And he runs off chasing the dog, going, "Here, poof, come here, poof." No?
Nope. Don't remember this one.
Damn.
Sorry,
Damn.
I never watched The Simpsons.
You never watched The Simpsons?
I watched
No,
some of
I
the
grew up.
first 10 seasons, I think. But
I grew up in a very, very restricted home. They
Fair
thought
enough,
that Simpsons were a bad show, so I never got to.
I got half that. My dad's house was a no Simpsons, and my mom's house they didn't care about the Simpsons.
More important things to worry about than The Simpsons. There's some great life lessons in The Simpsons. But anyways, we've gone way off. We've gone way off the rails here at this point.
It's fine. We're here.
We're here. So who wants to start with what they level 1 for their character kind of looks like? Starting with maybe like how you built your ability stats. Who wants to get started here? Anybody? Any volunteers, or am I going to pick one of you randomly?
I mean, we had options of point buy or standard array. So,
Well, I assume most people went point by, so I'm interested to just see how people spent their points, kind of thing. Where like, and not you don't need to say exact points. Just like I put my highest stat, I put this in here, and
gotcha.
so I thought we could do that. You know what? I'm going to switch over to this. See, there we go. Is it working? Yeah. And then everybody can see what I've got going on. So does anybody want to start with what they did for level 1, like what their I guess you can kind of go through your levels. We'll go one by one and go through the levels. I thought we'd go level by level, but I think you guys can go through your levels fairly quickly.
I'll start.
Okay. Dirge?
Strongest stat, strength, obviously. Second, constitution. Third, dexterity, and then trash for everything else.
Yeah, definitely. See that? I'm going to enlarge this character sheet a little bit so people on the stream can see it. Everybody can see your character sheet right now.
Sweet. Then level 2, you don't get much. Level 3, I went bear totem. 4, you get your feet. I took great weapon master.
Nice.
5, you get extra attack. 6, I believe you get your second totem.
Yes, 6 is where you get your second totem, and that's where you went wolf, right?
I went wolf for the at pace tracking and hiding.
More so, I guess, in the hiding than because you're in like kind of a dungeon. You're not gonna be fast.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you might be fast paced to chase somebody down. You never know. You might get in a chase scene in a dungeon.
Never know.
Be a chase scene.
Yeah. So
I can picture it running through rooms. You see all these scenes as you run past.
then 7th levels, I think you get your one other ability. What ability is that at 7th? Oh God.
Oh, what's your background? Because I see that your character does not have a background.
It should be there.
No, it's blank background. Maybe you didn't add it when you rebuilt the character.
Oh yeah. I gotta re-add it. It's Outlander.
Outlander, right?
Yeah.
I think we have a couple Outlanders in the group then, don't we?
Yep.
There it is. A couple Outlanders in the group.
Let's see. Yeah, 7th level you get your feral instinct.
Ah, Feral Instinct.
Yeah. And then 8th level I went for the ASI, boosted my strength.
Okay.
9th level you get brutal critical, which is going to be really nice with this character since he's a half orc. He gets brutal critical and savage attacks.
Damn.
And then 10th level Spirit Walker.
And what's the Spirit Walk? I'm not familiar with it. What's
Spirit Walker lets you cast the commune with nature spell, but only as a ritual.
Ah, okay. So you can spend 10 minutes to commune with nature then, basically.
Yeah. And
Got
then whatever your spirit totem, it appears in that animal form to
Nice.
convey the information.
Nice. So your half orc gives you some interesting traits there. You got going on.
Relentless endurance.
That's the one where you get knocked down, but you get up again, Jumbo Woman style. Nice.
You also have dark vision and menacing, which is proficiency in intimidation, and then savage attacks, as I mentioned before.
Oh yeah, gotta love that.
Yeah.
And what language do you speak?
He speaks Orc, Common, and Sylvan.
Nice. Okay, so just looking at your character sheet, I can see you didn't add your feat. You'll see on your abilities tab. You'll see.
I gotta add the. Well, I dragged the Outlander. It's right there in the background.
That's your background. But I'm talking about under when you go to your abilities on your abilities tab.
Yeah, I gotta add it now.
So you can from the library. You should be able to just drag your feet there because you said you took Great Weapon Master, right?
It's on my sheet. Are you on the wrong dirge?
Maybe I'm on the wrong dirge. That might be it because there was a new dirge added. So let me get rid of this guy off the party sheet. So, how do I know which dirge it is?
Here, let me change his
Should
name.
be the one
to
on the top left if it.
Dirge Grey Garden 1.
Okay, so 1 is the old one. Okay, this is the new one.
One is the current one.
1 is the current one. Okay, cool. So let me get rid of. Can I get rid of the old one?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get rid of that just so confusion's gone. Okay, and then I'm gonna add this guy to the party sheet, and I'm gonna open up the correct character sheet because all that time we were looking at the wrong character sheet.
Almost exactly the same.
Yeah, that's pretty much hit the point, but there we go.
The HP is definitely lower than it should be for. Did you have the con in before you dragged all the levels? Because that will affect.
I did not. I'll change it now.
Abilities first.
Should be easy to calc.
It
was 105. Yeah, I remember it from before. Okay, is there anything else you want to share about Dirge's abilities?
His magic item was a +1 weapon. It's a +1 great axe, but I've reskinned it to a hog splitter, which for anybody that doesn't know what a hog splitter is, it's basically a giant two-handed version of a chef's chopper.
Big old cleaver.
Yep.
Did anybody play Diablo? Am I going to be the only one sitting here talking about Diablo here for a second? Or
the butcher?
Yeah, the butcher. Like his basically his weapon kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's Dirge Grey Garden.
It's pretty much all there is about him, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Carrying 9 javelins.
I believe you have to knock yourself down to 18 strength with the Great Weapon Master feat. Unless I'm
why is it 20?
Probably because you add orc after and it automatically adds the
yeah.
The stats from orc. Half orc. So your con's probably supposed to be 16 as well.
Yeah, I just fixed it.
Because if you type in your stats first and then you drop the race, it gives you the bonus from the race.
Okay. Yeah, still learning Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, we're all still learning Fantasy Grounds, except for John. John's a master.
John. Yeah, John.
And I can see that you are, you are just slightly encumbered, sir.
Am I?
By 4 pounds.
If you go to
the inventory, you can scroll down to the very bottom of your inventory sheet. You'll see your encumbrance. So you just take, I believe it's a 5-foot movement penalty.
Okay, but I added an extra weapon.
Oh,
for the other attack, and that's 7 pounds.
Yeah, he's got a hog splitter and a great axe right now.
Oh, he does. You're right. Okay, so I'll get rid of the great axe because he shouldn't need that.
I have it for my actions though.
But it shouldn't. It shouldn't get rid of the action, will it, John?
I don't believe so.
No, I
Okay.
don't think so either. Okay, so let me just.
But maybe it will. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, oh, damn it!
Son of a...
We can do it this way. We can just
Wait a minute.
add an attack. We can call it Hog Splitter GWM. It's a +5, correct?
-5 +10.
Plus the 1 and 1.
Oh, -5 +10. Right?
So it's -4.
-4.
Does proficiency bonus go by character level or class level?
Character level.
That's all right.
It's -4, and then it is 1d12, correct?
Yeah, 1d12 plus 15.
Ooh.
Well, you just need to do +11 in the bonus part. Yeah.
There you go. And then
It's
that
a
is
+1 weapon.
slashing. Should it be doing +15 or +16? +15. Right?
You'd probably want to do common magic on that too.
Oh, right. That's right. Thank you so much, John. Appreciate you.
You probably want to change the regular hog splitter to have common magic on it too.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I'll do that as well. Because it is a +1 weapon. Slashing. It is space after the comma, right?
I don't know if it matters, but
Okay. I'm just so used to putting a space after a comma. But I know some things it makes a difference. Cool. All right, so there we go. Now we've got Cole all kind of figured out.
Not cool.
Or, God damn. That I'm going to have to get used to as well. Dirge. Dirge is all figured out.
The voice will help. Hopefully help. The voice.
And once those things change.
He's gonna be right here, so we're gonna be fine.
Perfect. You did the Southern Gentleman when you were introducing it. And I was like, that's not what I pictured when he said the voice that he was going to do at all. Okay, so that's Dirge in a nutshell. That was your chance to set you up for that, and you just didn't do the nutshell joke. You're supposed to be like, no, this is Dirge in a nutshell, and then you do Dirge in a nutshell impression. The opportunities.
You've broken him.
Just
Broken.
No, he's in a nutshell right now. That's what he's doing.
No,
Broke free from
Oh
the
my God.
nutshell.
Oh my god. Okay. Who's next? Who wants to jump into and share all the nice things about their character?
I guess I can jump in next, keeping the same order going.
All right, perfect. Mark next. We'll bring up Harold Arturi.
So classic druid build, high on wisdom, followed by con and then dex. Intelligence of 12, which I kind of take that intelligence being a gift from mother as opposed to his own. And then real dumping on strength and charisma, because who needs that?
Fair enough. Especially in a dungeon crawl. Like, I mean, the strength maybe,
We
but
got
charisma.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I got wisdom. I'm a wise man.
There you go. You just use the wisdom. Use the wisdom to get out of situations. You see things before they actually happen at this point. So,
Well, kind of. Sort of. Probably.
and then you took the cloak of protection for a magic item, correct?
Yeah. So grab the cloak of protection because I'm going to be frontline for the most part.
We should
druid.
make it. We did make an effect there. I think you can click the magnifying to drop it on him.
Okay.
At the very top,
I see.
cloak of protection.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nice. So then that should be. Oh, let me make sure he's in. Yeah, he is, and it's the right one because we'll find out when I hit the effect. There we go. Yeah. Cool.
And now I'll try to attack him, and we'll see if it says def effect +1. That looks right.
Definitely worked.
Cool.
A 27 is still going to hit, but
Definitely. And I have no idea what any of this means. This is the first time I've been in Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah. So the effect has AC 1 and save 1, just saying that you get a bonus of 1 to each of those.
Okay.
so if you were to go to your main tab on your character sheet
Mm-hmm.
and then see like your intelligence save, see how there's a little dice in the bottom left corner?
Yeah.
Double click that little die. And boom, you just rolled a saving throw.
Oh. That is useful.
So, and that's the
Instead
same
of-
thing with your ability checks
Yeah,
as well.
Okay, yeah, so that
Instead of
says
just being
plus
+8,
9,
it's
but on my
+9,
sheet
yeah.
it says +8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then same with, like, if you look at your initiative, you've got the little dice in the corner. Anywhere you see one of those little dice symbols, it'll roll for you.
You can double click, or if you really want to hold it, you can actually drag and drop it into the chat box.
Yeah, it's got to be in the chat box, or if you look down in the bottom right-hand corner of the whole screen, you'll see a little tower there. Anything that you drag and drop onto there rolls for me, and nobody else sees it but me.
Okay,
Interessant.
cool. That's good to know. I do not know any of these things.
So I might ask you to roll a perception check in the tower. So then you'll roll the perception check, and then I can look. Though I rarely use the tower. If I remember, I'll try and remember it.
So does that show you if you're rolling in the tower, or it doesn't show you at all?
How do you mean?
You-
No,
Like,
I'm the
I
only one that
see the
sees it.
results of those
As the
rows.
player.
You'll see a
Play-
shadow die.
Yeah, players don't see anything. I'm the only one that sees it. So if I want if you guys were doing PvP, let's say, and somebody wanted to pickpocket it, I'd say, okay, you roll your sleight of hands check in the tower, you roll your perception check in the tower, and then I know what happened and you guys don't, right?
Like if I drop one right now, you'll probably see a shadow die in the chat.
Mhm.
Roll.
Gotcha. But you as the player don't see it though.
No, you don't see the result.
Okay.
Right, so that I can have secret rolls. Instead of me having to roll behind the screen for you, you can roll and I can kind of just get the roll, but you still get to roll the die.
Gotcha.
Fate is still in your hands
Okay,
to some
cool.
degree. So yeah, so what kind of abilities does because Circle of Spore, this is Unearthed Arcana. This is this hasn't been printed yet. This is Unearthed Arcana. I
Yeah.
think most people don't know what's going on with this type of druid. Yeah.
So it's heavily necrotic based. At second level, as an addition to your wild shapes, you get Halo of Spores, which is in a 10-foot radius around you. You can use your reaction to deal necrotic damage to any creature that enters. So I'm going to be right in there in the front line, making sure that creatures come up to me and getting a chance to deal this necrotic damage to them.
Nice.
And then the second part of that is I can use my wild shapes to awaken these spores that are part of my being. Instead of transforming into a beast, I get temporary hit points. I get increased damage to my halo of spores, so that's the aura around me, and I get poison damage on my melee weapon attacks.
Ooh.
He's basically Pigpen.
So that lasts for 10 minutes or until I lose the temporary hit points or until I wild shape again. So there's a kind of trickiness there of if I'm in that front line, I'm losing those temporary hit points, so it might not be lasting as long. And that kind of thing. So maybe
But I
not
mean, you're
necessarily
like-
front line, but like one step back from front line, and I'll be good.
Where a druid belongs, really. I mean,
yeah.
Somewhere in the middle.
so this that ability replaces the standard wild shape of turning into beasts and things like that.
I can still wild shape, but I can use my wild shape to do that instead.
Okay, I get you. So it's not one or the other; it's both kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's choice.
both,
Nice,
and
nice.
Yeah.
So you can still turn into a bear and fuck shit up, and
Yeah, if I want to. And I may or may not do that. It's up in the air at the moment whether I just want to be
it's whatever the situation
putting
calls for.
spores everywhere or be a big angry man.
Mark was just like, ew, bear, yuck.
Yeah,
I want my spores, baby.
give me them spores, baby.
Damn.
So fourth level, I took the ability score increase to put my wisdom up to 18.
Nice.
Then at sixth level, I get an ability called Fungal Infestation, which I get the ability to, if a small or medium creature dies within 10 feet of me, I can use my reaction to animate it and turn it into a 1 hit point zombie.
Ooh. Ooh.
So if anything's dying close to me, I'm getting a little friend. And I can do that the number of my wisdom modifier, so 4 times per long rest.
Nice.
get
So you
little-
could technically have 4 zombies in one battle if you wanted.
I mean, they have 1 hit point each, so yes, but
But
they're
then
not
you
going to
said-
last long.
And then, sorry, that's something that you gain back after a short rest or a long rest.
Long rest.
Long rest. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna still want to kind of, because we are in a dungeon crawl. It's kind of a dungeon assault. putting it out there now that like action economy and resource management is going to be important. Because I know a lot of players run into things like this and they just go balls to the wall right out the gates and they don't think about their resource management, and that's going to be important in this dungeon. I just don't want you guys to like. I want to set expectations.
Gotta show everyone that we're the best right away. That we dominate the entire fight.
Gotta pop those fifth level spells on the first room full of zombies. And then 8th level, I took Warcaster to get the advantage on concentration checks and that sort of thing.
Nice. And now, do you use a two-handed weapon or a shield or?
Shield and club.
Shield and club, nice. So that Warcaster allows you to do all your casting without having to drop your shield.
Yeah, and I'm going to be pumping the club with Shillelagh all of the time.
Of course. You got to drop the Shillelagh. That's
another thing. It's a druid staple.
Exactly. You got to drop Shillelagh.
And then 10th level, I get an ability called Spreading Spores, which means I can send out my AoE poison aura, or necrotic aura rather, up to 30 feet away from me. Ooh. So I can create a 10-foot cube 30 feet away from me that whenever a creature moves into the cube or starts its turn there, it takes the halo of spore damage.
Ah, okay.
Gives that a little bit more control. I don't necessarily have to be on the front line. I can be back a bit further. And can still kind of send that away.
Still get your work in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I grab the hermit background.
The hermit background, nice. And then you're a dwarf. You're a hill dwarf, correct?
Yeah, hill dwarf. So very healthy.
Always
very
gonna
healthy.
come in handy. I mean, it's the spores, really. I mean, everybody knows good fungal growth inside. Good flora. Good internal flora keeps you healthy.
Yeah. That's definitely right.
Harold, let's just say Harold's eating his share of yogurts. He gets his Activia.
he's got the good bacteria.
It's the good stuff.
And I am very encumbered at the moment. I can only carry 40 pounds, and the initial pack and my armor gives me 76.
Right, so you're I believe if I'm not mistaken, that's a 5-foot penalty.
Is it all dwarves? If you go to speed on dwarves, can they not be encumbered from armor or something? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Maybe
that might be mountain.
Is that mountain dwarves only, or is that all dwarves?
He has combat training, resilience, toughness, stone cunning, and tool proficiency. So I think that might be.
You just need to go to the speed on dwarves. Like
the speed on dwarves.
Yeah, it's on the main tab.
Speed. Where would it say it though? Speed 25.
Speed is 25.
No. Like open the hill dwarf thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Open the hill dwarf. Oh, I got dodge. There we go. Perfect. And then it would be under their speed.
Speed is not reduced by wearing heavy armor, so I've got medium armor, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, light armor. Light armor. So I'm still down to 20-foot movement speed, which is going to be very slow going for me.
Now, that's also you're carrying your pack. We can assume that when combat starts, that you'll drop your pack, and then just have to remember to pick up your pack again. So for combat purposes, but I will kind of test you guys from time to time about picking out your packs. Make you go back a room or two, go get somebody's pack because they forgot it.
Where'd all this extra week?
That's all the bits and pieces about Herald.
What kind of spell? Because obviously druids have spells. What kind of spell? What are your prepared spells? You don't need your full, because I see you got a long list of spells to choose from.
So
but what do you have prepared?
I've already chucked in the ones that I can prepare here. So there's a bunch that I get from the Circle of the Spore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's blindness, deafness, and gentle repose. At
nice.
I unlock at 3rd level. At 5th level, I get animate, dead, and gaseous form. 7th level, I get blight and confusion, and 9th level, I get cloud kill and contagion.
Cloud kill. I love cloud kill.
Yeah.
Such a good.
So there's quite a decent number of heavy damagey spells in there, and I've bumped a few more damaging spells and a few different support ones. So I've got healing spirit and cure wounds and that kind of thing.
Oh, nice. So you've got some healing in there in your.
Be friendly and help out the party.
I mean, as long as they don't mind being cured by your spores, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely feeding the mushrooms when it comes to cure wounds.
How I feel about this already.
And I'm slowly poisoning all of you.
But slowly, so it's okay.
But yeah, it's all right. It's all right. You won't realize, and by the time you do realize, it'll be too late.
Is there anything else you want to share about Harold and his build or anything like that?
No, I think that's it.
That's about it. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We will move Harold off to the side, and Roy or John, who wants to go next?
I could go, I guess, maintaining the order, though I'm still building my character as we speak, so I'm not.
All right, so let's give Roy the time to build his character, and John can go next then. And that way, Roy can finish fleshing out the last little bits.
I'm spell picking, so.
All right. I started level 1 fighter, and then it doesn't really.
It says
matter.
level 1 barb in your build.
That's just alphabetical order, I think.
It says fighter. Oh, right. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Started as a level 1 fighter. Technically have heavy armor proficiency, but he's wearing breastplate right now and using a shield. And so, fighter, he went defensive fighting style from that, got second wind. Then kept on going, got action surge at level 2, became a battle master level 3, and bumped up strength at level 4.
So now, as a battle master, you take certain.
So he's taken the tripping maneuver along with the massing attack and precision strength.
Oh, nice. 3 good ones. 3 really good ones.
And so that's his fighter levels in a nutshell. I don't think there's a whole lot else gained from those. Then the ranger levels, starting off level 2 got the dueling fighting style, so his sword and board style is going to do a lot more damage.
Nice.
Level 3 turned into a gloomstalker. For people that aren't too familiar with gloomstalkers.
No, sorry. No, does dueling include with a shield, or is dueling only when you're single wielding? I thought.
As long as you have a one-handed weapon.
Okay, I thought the shield negated it, but I wasn't sure. I thought I would ask. A DM.
When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2.
No other weapon. See, that's what I wasn't sure of the wording.
Yeah. And
So the gloom. You were talking about the gloom. Sorry.
Yeah, the gloomstalker. The first round of every combat, they get this dread ambusher feature. You actually get, I forgot to key this in. A bonus to your initiative rolls equal to your wisdom modifier.
Ooh, so you're going to get that +4 initiative, not +2. Nice.
Yep. And at the start of your first turn of each combat, your walking speed increases by 10 feet. And for that turn, and you can take the attack. If you take the attack action, you get 1 additional weapon attack as part of that. And if the attack hits, it does an extra 1d8 damage of the weapons type.
Nice.
So that's on the first turn, and that beautifully syncs up with action surge into potentially having 6 attacks on the first round of any combat if I have action surge.
Damn. So you get basically 3 attacks per, but then your action surge will give you another 3 attacks.
Yep.
Damn.
That's the beautiful synergy that I got. And Gloomstalkers get a few extra spells that they know automatically: Disguise Self and Rope Trick. And took the classic Hunter's Mark. Also grabbed Absorb Elements for any big explosions. And Pass Without a Trace. So hopefully we can sneak up on some people here and there. The other thing you get at Gloomstalker level 3 is you gain Umbral Sight. Furbolgs don't usually have dark vision, but you gain dark vision of 60 feet from the Umbral Sight feature for being a Gloomstalker. And
I saw that Umbral Sight thing. At first I was thinking Umber Hulk in my head. I thought you had like Tremor Sense. I was like, damn, this motherfucker got Tremor Sense?
This is pretty good too. Umbral Sight also gives you the advantage because you're a Gloomstalker that you're adept at evading creatures that rely on dark vision. So if I'm in darkness and whatever I'm fighting is trying to see me with dark vision, I'm actually invisible to those creatures.
Ooh, damn.
So that's part of where the shadow name Fween comes from, because he kind of would sneak up in darkness and just wreck stuff.
Disappear.
Yeah. And just to key off that, Furbolgs also get some of their own fancy abilities of one called Hidden Step. Once per short rest, I can actually use a bonus action and turn invisible until the start of my next turn. So I could either use that to be extra defensive or just get advantage on a nice attack or something. It does go away automatically if you do anything offensive. But
So now it says until the start of your next turn, or until you attack.
right.
Make a damage roll. Okay, so it's not. So you would still get that advantage because you wouldn't be invisible until you actually make the attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Also get powerful build from being a Furbolg, so
Which is why you can carry
actually
200 pounds.
Yeah, I can carry 200 pounds with this variant encumbrance thing without beginning.
Which is fucking impressive. Let's just put that
Yeah.
out there. That's
This
impressive.
guy's got 20 strength, so he's got lots of stuff to carry.
Jesus.
I had to ditch the portable ram that I was planning to carry because it's 35 pounds though.
Damn, a portable ram. Jesus.
Who needs a lockpick?
That was kind of the thinking, but I was like, this thing's 35. Dang.
And then you put both your ability score improvements at your 4th levels into strength, right? So just bulk up on that strength.
Gotta bulk up. That way all those one-handed attacks just do that extra damage.
Just eating all the carbs.
And then your final was you went into Barbarian, correct? One little dip of Barbarian.
Oh, before we get to Barbarian, Furbolgs also get magic. You can use Detect Magic and Disguise Self once per short rest.
Ooh,
and the Disguise Self is changed so that you can actually go 3 feet shorter than normal to make it more like you're a human instead of being an 8-foot hulking menace.
Right.
So you can
blend in a little bit.
Blend in a bit better.
Right, gotcha.
But yeah, and then the Shadowfell Fury, as being a Gloomstalker, also gives him some rage with the Barbarian one. Hopefully tank up a little bit from that as well when needed. Only twice a day because it's only level 1 barb. But
hey, 2 rages still. Is it? I thought it was short rest for some reason. It's not. It's a day, isn't it?
It's daily.
Okay. It's another resource to manage.
Yep.
When to use it, when you don't. Because I'm gonna I can't stress this enough. Long rests will not be that easy to take and will not be that available all the time. I'm sure you guys will find ways to do it. Without a doubt, you'll find ways to do it. But
short rest should be not too hard if I have a 2nd level spell slot. I got Rope Trick, but.
No, so short rest is an hour. You can usually pull that off and gather yourselves. Yeah. But a long rest, because this is an active dungeon, there are it's all this stuff has there's patrols moving around. There's random encounters throughout it. There's all sorts of other things going on within the dungeon that can change what happens. So taking a full 8-hour rest will be more difficult than in your average campaign where you can just be okay, well, let's just camp for the night, make a long rest.
Does anybody have tiny hut?
Oh yeah, if I get a magic item, can I pick a magic item?
You get a uncommon magic item.
Uncommon magic item. Oh.
Uncommon magic item. I put a list in the Discord, but I don't know if you'll be able to find that again.
I just go to the Donjon website. That one's always good.
And then you took the +1 weapon for.
Got all my books here, man. I'm I'm old school.
Sure.
Books.
Ready?
Books.
Paper?
Paper? You're using paper?
How dare you murder those trees?
The planet is dying, Roy!
That's right. You're playing with freaking Canadians, eh?
There, if you really want, I'll put the link in Fantasy Grounds chat to the Donjon magic items where you can sort by uncommon easily.
All I see is the word link.
Just click it.
Click the word link.
If you trust me, click it.
Suspicious link. Does nothing. My computer is dude, no way.
Not the word link. I think you need to click the box.
Oh, yes, it
Oh,
is.
the fox says something. Look at that. Oh, scary places. Oh, what the hell?
Bop. I'm loving it.
Oh, and also, I forgot to say, furballs can also communicate with beasts and plants in a limited manner.
Okay.
Advantage on charisma checks to influence them.
That's pretty cool. All right.
They can understand the meaning of your words, but I can't understand them in return in any meaningful way necessarily. So.
Oh, actually, hey, this list actually works really good too.
So you can give them a command, and they may or may not listen
Or
to
at
you.
least explain that we're not hostile or something like that, and they'll understand.
Right. Okay, I got you. And is that just beasts, or is that any...
And plants.
And plants. Beasts and plants.
Each
Okay.
of beast and leaf is the name of the treat.
Gotcha. And Roy, how are we looking for your character? You got your things? You got yourself sorted out?
Did you get that link I sent for the spell list? I think I'm going to use that list. I posted it in the Fantasy Ground chat.
Clicking links. You Rick rolling people now?
Uh-oh. Careful.
Oh, now we've taught Roy a new trick. Fancy trolling trick.
Luckily, it didn't work.
It's so good. Wait, hold on.
You hear it through Hector's.
I don't have my full spell list picked yet. I'll work on that. But everything else, I think I'm set. Oh, I don't have any equipment, but I don't need equipment really. I don't use weapons, so I'll find some like basic gear or something. Maybe a water skin or something like that.
See, I'm lucky that my ad blocker makes YouTube freeze up, so you just see the title of the video, but you get a white screen until you click skip ad.
Oh man!
So I can't get Rick rolled in this browser.
Damn it! So close.
I mean, I never actually minded getting rickrolled back in the day when it was super popular.
It's not that bad a thing.
Yeah.
It's a great song, guys. He has a fantastic voice.
And he's never going to give somebody up, which means he's
he's loyal.
Reliable. He's loyal.
It's a positive song. All right, what do we need to know about Zio? Or that's Zio. Zio.
I believe that name is going to be either or the entire time.
You did start
It will
with
be
Zio,
said in
So Zio.
at least 4 times before you decide
I
which
think
one.
we're going to call him Zio. You can call him whatever you want.
Zio. I like Zio now. I'm gonna go back to it. Right, Zio. Zio is an ASMR. He was from birth and all through his childhood told what a very, very special person that he was. Born of angels. He lived a very special life. He is, as a character, he is, let's see, what did I do? So I went with the typical, in fact, I did the standard point array because I really only need charisma and dexterity and con, which would be nice, but I probably should have upped my con a bit and sacrificed like int and wisdom. That would be pretty fun, actually. Ooh. Anyway, so what do we say about him? Sorcerer, starts off as a sorcerer. He is a sorcerer of shadow. He is a learned of the shadow. His angelic tutor is shit, where's my notes? Angelic tutor. His angelic guide is Mikael. He is a stern and judgmental angel, and that may be part of what has sort of driven Zio from his his life of fighting for good to now sort of like, what the hell? I went with all the sorcerers, so he's basically an 8 sorcerer, 8 levels in sorcerer, and then for warlock, he's got 2 levels of warlock, of celestial warlock. His patron is from the plane of good. His patron is a Chiron named Bob, and
there it is.
There's Bob. Now we find Bob.
There he is.
He was coming.
But Bob taught Zio the nature of light and love and all that is benevolent in the multiverse. So it's an interesting tether to light that and goodness that he's got as he sort of wallows in the shadows. Mechanically speaking, let's see. He's got 2 ASIs from his from level 8 sorcerer, so that bumps him up to a 20 charisma. So he'll be definitely doing that. He doesn't like this whole thing. He sort of sees you'll get to know this. He sees his beauty and his charisma, in fact, as sort of a burden, as sort of a curse almost, as something he was like born with, that he's supposed to live up to this thing, but never really could or wanted to really. So
Damn.
Emo pretty boy, all right.
Exactly.
Life's so hard being beautiful.
Oh,
Man. Let's see. Oh, Asamar. So it's Asamar. He is the protector Asamar. That gives him a +1 wisdom, and he gets to do something where he like shoots radiant laser beams at people or something like that. Which is
Radiant laser beams?
Yeah. He, like once a day,
Huh?
he like shoot out laser beams. Yeah. He's
nuts.
Let's hear some-
Damn.
the hell is it?
What ability
Don't
is
explain
that?
that any further. Just leave it at radiant laser beams.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Leave the mystery.
I need that. Basically, when it's an ability he can activate once a day or once per long rest, and it gives him a bonus. Anytime he does damage, I think he gets a bonus D8 to whatever damage. That bonus D8 radiant damage, or maybe it's D6. I'll find out. So sort of part of his angelic heritage, he gets to activate this ability
Very cool.
once per long rest. Let's see what else is interesting about him. Let's go through his abilities real quick. He's got a lot of magic, like the amount of
He's very
different-
magical. He's very magical.
Unbelievable. So with the level 8 sorcerer Asamar and dip into warlock 2, he's got a lot of cantrips. I actually have 7, 8, 9, like 10 different cantrips that he knows because of the bonus stuff he gets from his race and his warlock and stuff, plus the normal ones. For Eldritch invocations, which ones did I take? I took.
Ooh, did you mention that you have Strength of the Grave? Because that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. And for his quirk, I like the idea that he does not blink. He does not blink ever. His eyes are actually this sort of dark cobalt blue. As you look at him, if as light hits his eyes, you actually can see what seems like sort of the reflection of clouds quickly moving across his eyes as you look at him. It's either unnerving or mesmerizing, and with the 20 charisma, probably mesmerizing more often.
So is it that he doesn't blink or he has no eyelids?
He doesn't blink.
Okay. Because one's really, really creepy, and one's like, okay, he can win staring contests.
Oh man.
All staring contests ever. Crazy. Let's see. What else? Eldritch invocations. What did I take? Oh, here. I took the
It says Xanathar. Ooh.
agonizing blast, of course. So I have to have agonizing blast. And I took. I don't know where to write these on my character sheet. I should write these down somewhere. Didn't I write
Just put
down?
them in the abilities thing next to the
Yeah.
Eldritch Invocations effect.
Thought I
You can click
did.
that little circle down in the bottom right of your character sheet. It says edit list, and then you can just edit what's. Oh, you don't even need to click that to edit the.
Yeah,
words.
you
I
can
thought
just
you did.
click in the feature, and I put it in brackets what I take for each
Mhm.
feature.
Agonizing blast.
Because I can't drag and drop. It lets me drag and drop the Eldritch Blast. But anyway, yes, I took Agonizing Blast, and I took the Illusion one.
Misty Visions or something?
Misty Visions, yes. It's basically a level 1 illusion spell that I get to cast, which I think we'll have a lot of fun with.
Ooh, nice.
Silent Image at Will, I believe.
Yeah. That's a 15-foot, yeah.
Always the best way to play with people's minds. Fuck with people with a silent image.
I like the idea of being a creative and illusion stuff. So that's the Eldritch Invocations. He has a very expanded spell list. He has lots and lots of spells that he hasn't done yet. He has dark as a shadow sorcerer. One of his abilities is that he gets to cast. We can see dark vision up to 120 feet, and he can cast darkness.
damn.
2 sorcery points. He can cast darkness. When he casts darkness like this, he can actually see through the darkness. So it's pretty cool use of the spell there. So that's
Yeah, because usually even dark vision can't see through darkness. The darkness spell, correct?
Nope.
That's right. That's right.
So it's kind of like that warlock.
The warlock sight, devil's
Yeah,
sight.
it's kind of like the devil's sight trick.
So this is
Just
super
all
cool.
rolled into one. I like that it's all rolled into like one ability like that. 2 sorcerer points. It's not like cast a spell and have that ability. That invocation. Is it an invocation?
Yeah,
It's sorcerer ability. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, this is a powerful subclass. So
now this is your sorcerer's origin. Origin is the shadow sorcerer. What's your sorcerer's origin? I didn't catch that. I don't think.
my sorcerer's origin is shadow magic.
It is shadow. Okay, that's what I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So let me do that. So because of that, I have Eyes of the Dark, which gives me 120-foot dark vision and the ability to cast a darkness spell for 2 sorcery points. And I get to see through that darkness spell if I use 2 sorcery points to cast it. Pretty cool. Strength of the Grave, which is kind of nice. Hopefully I never have to use that. But if I'm ever reduced to 0 health, I get a charisma save in order to try to, it leaves me at 1 hit point. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be because if something's dropping me to 0 health, I probably took a shitload of damage. But we'll see. And a very cool thing is that I can summon the Hound of Ill Omen.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah, it's basically a small critter, but it's basically like a dire hound or dire wolf or something like that.
Uses the dire wolf statistics. Okay, cool.
But it's medium rather than large.
Nice.
That's right. And the really cool part of it is that it doesn't really do a whole lot, except that while the hound is within 5 feet of the target has disadvantage on savings throws against any spells I cast. So that's a really cool ability that I can use. That costs me just 3 sorcery points, so I can actually do that, a few times in a day.
Nice.
Pretty solid, yeah.
How many sorcery points do you have total?
I have 8 currently.
Nice. Okay.
So you could trade spell slots for them or use them to make spell slots, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. No, it's expensive to trade sorcery points or spell slots. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Nice NPC for it. Perfect.
One of the cool parts of the sorcerer is trading spell slots and spells and such. So that's cool. Then as
trade your warlock spell slots and get them back on a short rest.
That's right. And so I can use my warlock spells to get these back. So I actually can do decently on a short rest, which is cool.
Will come in handy for sure.
Yeah. In fact, as a warlock, I told you my warlock, my patron is the Chiron named Bob. So I'm a celestial warlock, which means I get a little bit of healing. I only have 2 levels in warlock, so I don't get a whole lot from that. Just a few spells and the Eldritch invocations. So I mostly kind of took that dip to power up my Eldritch Blast, which I intend on using a lot.
Right.
A lot. Eldritch Blasts are going to be happening. So
what meta magic did you take? Are you
yeah,
do that,
great question.
Quickening blast.
Oh yeah. Meta magic. I took. I really wish I had a place. Meta magic. I have Quicken Spell and Twin Spell.
Ooh,
The classics.
Nice. The classics.
For, if I'm going to play a blaster with Eldritch Blast, that really feels like
So Quicken Spell turns a standard action spell into a bonus action spell, correct?
Yeah, that's right. To break the action economy. So it's
you get to open up and you can technically cast 2 spells in the same turn.
You can do a spell and a cantrip.
A spell and a cantrip.
Yeah.
And then
or 2 cantrips if he wants the Eldritch Blast twice.
But then the twin double casts any spell.
Well,
correct?
and
only targets 1 person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not like you can't double up a fireball. You could do your Eldritch Blast. You can fire off double Eldritch Blasts.
I think that one doesn't count because you can technically target 2 creatures with Eldritch Blast.
Oh, fair enough.
But single target cantrips, I believe you can twin.
I can't use Twin Spell for Eldritch Blast.
I don't.
No, that's what you use your Quicken for. So you turn one of them into a bonus action. You shoot your other one as your regular action.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, this is what I've taken for now. So it's I haven't played a warlock or a sorcerer. So in 5e,
twin is really good for like single target giant damage or buffs. Like you could twin haste or twin polymorph or.
I see that you're still working on your spell list too, right?
Twin blight.
I'm still figuring all this out. Yeah.
Okay. Still figuring out the spell list. Cool.
Twin holy weapon.
Yeah. So I guess that's really kind of it. So what other abilities? Blah blah. Other really patron, pack magic, shadow magic, shelter the faithful. That's my back. Oh, my background is actually an acolyte. He was actually studying to become part of the church before he sort of went down this path into the shadow. In fact, that's kind of how he started down the path, was in the church. But that's a story we can tell another time. I guess that's it, really. I mean, I've got to get a spell list for him still, which is what I'm working on currently. But that's kind
Should
of
I do your inventory from the looks of it?
Yeah, inventory's gonna be pretty light. This is the kind of guy isn't the kind of guy who's gonna carry much. He doesn't carry any weapons. I'll have like probably a dagger for like utility, but he doesn't really believe in getting his hands dirty, and the whole physical confrontation thing is not his thing at all.
Not what he's going for. Gotcha,
Ew.
Gotcha. Ew,
Blast
dirty
them.
my hands?
Yuck.
No.
Get out.
No.
Just black clothing, black. So his equipment list will be very small and inconsequential.
Does he have the emo swoop hair?
Oh, actually, yes, he does. He does.
He's got to have the swoop.
Big lock of hair covers up a big part of his face. He very often does the hair flip to get it out of his face. It lands in exactly the same place every single time. So it effectively does absolutely nothing. But it's something he often does as a quirk he doesn't even realize that he does.
Nice.
Yep.
That's what happens.
Yep.
Damn.
Love it. Love it.
So is there anything else we need to know about Zio that you feel you'd like to share?
Oh, I'll share more later. I think there's to learn about Zio, but in fact, I spent all my time like thinking about him as a character, and obviously none of my time creating him as a character. So
Fleshing him out.
Excuse me, it's
Oh!
Zio.
Roy, what magic weapon are you taking? What uncommon magic item are you taking? Do you know yet? Did you figure it out?
I found out at the time I started talking about my character that I was going to get to have one of those. So I could have anything from this list John sent me.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
As long
that's
as
uncommon?
Make it sure it's uncommon. I don't know if the list I sent you is filtered.
Oh, it's a big list. I'll know in 4 minutes.
Perfect, because we're going to take like a 5-minute break right now.
Oh,
It's that time of the night. I also need to set up so that we can go. I can move it over and set up the player screen, so that if we're gonna get into a little,
So we
got
can't
to the
see
characters a
all
little
the
faster. Yeah,
GM fanciness.
exactly. That was just I just wanted the DM fanciness up so that we could like share
Character
the
sheets.
character
Yeah.
sheets exactly.
would you
Exactly.
guys-
But now I'm gonna open it up.
All right, we'll take a break, I guess. I'm sure.
What's that one? Would you ask?
I was curious what we have as items already.
+1 weapon.
And a cloak of protection on Gerald.
Ooh, I think I've already seen what I'm going to have, but I'm going to look and see if there's something else. Do you know that the immovable rod is an uncommon item?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've maybe my singular favorite magical item. That may be it, actually.
Might have to go with it.
This is how we get our long rest. You just put an unmovable rod in front of the door.
Oh, yeah.
Then you only got to worry about one door.
Right. Okay, we're doing break.
We are going to jump on to break here, and then we will be right back. I need you to do a quick setup. I need to go to the bathroom. 5 minutes. If we're not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. Going on break. Boom. And we are back live.
Sweet.
We have
up?
completed character creation. Well, we had already technically completed character creation, except for Roy. But the only one that came unprepared.
What you talking about?
But we've kind of discussed character creation at this point. And I think we're kind of ready to kind of dive in. But before we dive in, I asked you guys to think of something that your characters would have been in, a life or death situation that your characters would have been in. Kind of to last thing that you remember. And I guess we'll start with Hector. We'll just go back in the order.
Wait, probably in some big battle, outnumbered, and just hacking away, just trying to survive the fight. Probably against a bunch of elves.
Okay. So grudge with the elves?
Yeah.
Okay. So just surrounded, swinging, comrades destroyed.
Comrades falling left and right. Probably the last man standing.
And just as it seems like all is lost, and as a barrage of arrows kind of flies through the air towards him, Dirge phases out in a flash of bright light, leaving all confused.
We got pulsed!
So, Mark, where was Harold last he remembers?
So I'm sure there's some debate as to whether the entity referred to as Mother is Zugtamoy or not. And there is no real conclusion to that, but the last thing he remembers is being consumed by the spores, his body slowly being assimilated into the being and entity that is the hive mind. So he's relatively fresh on the hive mind track.
Okay. So the hive's just kind of taken over his body, and as he loses his own personal consciousness somewhat to the hive mind, that is when he is caught in this bright flash and disappears, taking the spores with him. But who knows what was going on at that little place? He's taken the queen essentially.
Yeah.
Like a walking hive almost.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Roy?
Yeah, so just as a bit of background, long ago, Zio, he lost his mother as a young child, and his father sort of ended up raising him. And I mentioned he was always raised as a very special person, and it turns out his father was actually exploiting him for a lot of years, and he harbored a lot of resentment, a lot of anger about that for a very long time. His father was not only exploitive but abusive at times, and there wasn't much his father would not rent him out for. And so one day later, he came back into town, and he had decided that as he's been struggling with this good and shadow and light, and he decided that he was done with the light. He was going to be through with the light and embrace the shadow for good. And his first act to actually go over that precipice was going to be to murder his father. And he thought about this, and for days he sat in a rented room, a rented inn, going over it, sitting in the tavern, going over it, and eventually one night after a drink or three, he decided to do it. And as he came around the corner and decided it was time to actually cast the spell that would end his father's life, that's the last thing he remembered.
As he was just casting that spell. Did the spell go off? Did it not? He does not know, as he was blasted in a flash of light. Does he? Oh, or do you want him to know that he succeeded?
He did not succeed. He was going to.
Okay, so he hadn't completed casting then.
He didn't actually take the action. He was coming around the corner to take, or determined to take.
Okay.
Would he have been able to pull the actual trigger? He didn't get to the point where he had the chance to pull the trigger. Before he had the chance to actually pull the trigger,
that's when the light came. And he disappeared. Okay. And John, how did Fune?
Fween would have been
Fween, sorry.
tracking some ne'er-do-wells in the woods that had been causing sacrilege. He was going to slay them, and as he was about to do his regular duty of protecting the forest, it seems they'd actually sprung a trap on him, and bright lights flashed on his shadowy figure so they could properly see him, and he was deep in battle. Thought he might have been made at this point when he was whisked away.
Excellent, excellent. In a bright flash of light, he disappeared from the field, leaving anybody there wondering what just happened.
Where'd he go? The shadow. How'd he get away?
In the shadows, duh.
Okay, so you guys all teleport away. When you re-teleport, you do feel revived. Any battle injuries that you might have had, anything that any negative effects that might have been on your characters is gone. You feel completely refreshed, renewed as you arrive in a shadowy hall with glowing teleportation circles etched into the floor. Before you have time to consider your situation, the image of a female red wizard suddenly appears and speaks. I am Sirana. It was I who brought you here. Welcome to Thay. So she's you can clearly tell, even with the lowest perception check, you can clearly tell that this is just a spirit visage, an image. It's not an actual person that's appearing before you. Within this hall, it's fairly standard hall. There's a table. There's the teleportation or the glowing teleportation circles that are etched into the floor, where you're all kind of like you're there on these circles. And then there's one large doorway that exits. It's large wood doors, metal. What are those? Metal strips line the doors. They look fairly sturdy. It would take quite the attempt to try and get out of the doors. So if nobody says anything, if everybody's kind of sitting there in awe as they've just been teleported here, Sirana kind of continues. Many red wizards chafe under the rule of Saz-Tam. Once Thay was a land of learning and power. Now, death scours Thay, while the Lich Lord ignores all concerns other than his quest to become a god. If his mad plans are left to run their course, none will be left alive here to worship him. That is why I've brought you here. You, fierce warriors. I need your help to stop Saz-Tam and take back what Thay once was and what the Red Wizards once were.
Don't care about your red wizards, but I don't like liches either.
Well, that is good, because I'm afraid I offer you no choice. You will do this deed, and that will grant your freedom. Your other options were death, which I have saved you from on this day. Except for you, my short friend, you may have more going on than the others. And she kind of addressed Harold. And kind of, she knows what's going on, right? She just summoned him here. Who knows? Maybe she had
the embrace of Mother.
Maybe she had something to do with you finding Mother. Who knows? But you know that she brought you here. This is a magic gatehouse from which I can send you to the Doom Vault, the heart of the Lich Lord's domain, deep beneath the Thay Mount. The Doom Vault is a secret laboratory and containment structure beneath which lies a hidden storehouse where the phylacteries of Saz-Tam's elite liches are held. There, the Lich Lord's power can be broken with your aid.
Wait, hold on. You said liches? How many we talking about?
There are many liches that Saz-Tam employs, though you will probably only have to worry about Saz-Tam himself and another lich, Turulgar, who was almost defeated by other heroes at the Bloodgate portal, but unfortunately he was able to escape, and I fear that he is recharging himself in the phylactery as we speak.
Yeah, I think she was talking in the possessive, not the plural. This is a strange place we've been brought to. It is odd timing that I was brought here.
What makes it such odd timing? I can tell you that your plans would have ended in your death, and that is why I've chosen you four. You four were meant to die. Death's embrace was at your back, and I have saved you from that. And for that, I ask this favor. There will obviously be more than just your life granted should you succeed. The riches that lie within the Doom Vault and within the phylacteries of Saz-Tam are uncountable, immeasurable even.
Will the riches bring light to my soul?
That depends on what your soul craves.
I don't know about being saved. I was about to meet a very honorable end, and you just took that away from me.
Believe me, the end that you may receive in this dungeon, should you not succeed in stopping Saz-Tam, will be very, very honorable. Many lives in Thay depend on you four completing this task. I offer you the opportunity to take the fight to a Lich Lord. I offer you the chance to help me see to it that Saz-Tam's power is broken. The Phylactery Vault is where you can make that happen.
Why us and not some group that's already been adventuring together and knows each other's abilities and all that stuff? I don't know these people.
I've chosen you four because of the abilities that you have, the abilities that you share between you, and the fact that you were all on death's doorstep. I'm giving you a second chance at life, a second chance to be more than you once were, to achieve more than you ever could have dreamed within the Doom Vault.
Zio does his flip for his hair, where the hair lands in exactly the same spot. He says, imagine that. I'm special, and I'm required to do special things to show how special I am. I've been living that my whole life now, haven't I?
We're gonna need to calm that emo shit down there, buddy.
Look, this fine. This is just what I was trying to escape from. Yet, I suppose you did save me, and if you had not, well, I would be in a very different place, perhaps in a place worse than death. Maybe I was not destined to fall off that precipice after all. Perhaps there is some redemption left for me. I guess you'll all find out together, won't you? He pulls his hood up and back into his cowl.
We do not know the three of you, but we fully accept you into the fold of Mother.
Where's Mom?
This one's worse fate touched than I am.
Wait, where's the lady? You said us. Where's this mother?
Mother is everywhere.
That's not creepy.
Oh, it's creepy. Creepier than you know.
As you guys kind of talk amongst yourself, Serana looks at you. So what say you? Will you take on my quest? I mean, I realize that I've given you very little choice, but you could choose death.
I'd rather go down fighting something.
How do you kill a lich?
By destroying his phylactery. That is why you must go to his phylactery vault. Once his phylactery is destroyed, he will not be able to regenerate.
What is this phylactery?
Each lich has a different phylactery. I assume that once you get to the phylactery vault, you'll be able to destroy them all. It won't matter which one is Saz-Tam's, which one is Tarul Vaz.
Yeah, but how are we supposed to tell what the hell this phylactery is?
It will be obvious once you are in the vault of holding the phylacteries. You will just have to smash everything. I'm sure at least a couple of you will have no problem with that.
Breaking shit, yeah, I like that.
You will also need this and she kind of, as she says that, right in front of each of you, a piece of paper kind of forms on the floor, and it is. Make sure we go here, and then I share this.
Ooh.
She gives you a map of the Doom Vault. Gotta get that kind of more set up for the table view.
Oh wow,
Thanks, you.
that is big.
This is all the information that I have really on the Doom Vault's structure and where you may go. This is the only map that lies there that anyone can get their hands on.
Where are the phylacteries?
The phylacteries, to my knowledge, are somewhere within the temples of extraction.
Yeah, centrally located. Yeah, that's probably right.
I can tell you that for centuries, the Doom Vault was a legend. Khazit Ghul, a red wizard who spent his life studying.
There's no connection to the temples of extraction.
Yes, there are portals. The security within the Doom Vault is quite tight. Saztam uses keys to guard not just each section of the dungeon, but to guard each zone within the section, and only certain keys will open them. I have one such key that I can set to any entry portal within the dungeon.
Any entry portal.
How would we know what's different between any of the options?
Well, I can give you kind of a rundown of it, but basically there's one entry point in each of the following: the Abyssal Prisons, the Blood Pens, the Master's Domain, the Far Realm Cysts, the Forests of Slaughter, and the Ooze Grotto. Oh, and the Predator Pools.
Ooze Grotto and Blood Pits out.
Where I cannot get you into is the Golem Laboratories, and you will have to find the correct key to teleport you through the gate and into the Temples of Extraction. I know not how many of these keys lie within the dungeon, but I know that they exist. It will be up to you to find them. I should also let you know that there are both white and black portals. Now, the white portals only block your way between zones and between different sections of the dungeon. The black portals allow you to teleport.
John, are you taking notes on all this? I just want to be sure you're still the note taker. I know you're not the bard this time, but so be like,
wait a minute. Is somebody writing this down?
But my character has 8 intelligence this time.
I know. God damn it.
You're in space, man.
I'm writing some stuff down.
All right, John's got it. Good. All right, John's good. John's the man.
I should let you know that the Doom Vault is a vast, active complex of laboratories and menageries dedicated to creating the monstrous armies with which the Red Wizards plan to conquer first the North, then all of Faerun. The dungeon is divided into sectors dedicated to the creation and control of specific types of monsters. Each sector is subdivided into protected zones for security, defending against attack from outside and betrayal from within, as well as the escape of confined creatures. Magical white gates block corridors, preventing physical access between zones. Magical black gates are teleportation circles that connect different parts of the dungeon, which I kind of already explained, but...
So, you might have said this already, but you're a red wizard. That's kind of hard to say. Red wizard.
Red Wizard. Red Wizard.
Yeah.
Red Wizard, Yellow Wizard. Red Wizard, Yellow Wizard. Red Wizard, Yellow Wizard.
You're a red wizard, but you're trying to stop other red wizards. Ain't they your people?
Long ago, there was a council of Zulkirs that headed the Red Wizards, each specializing in a different school of magic. But then the Zulkir War took place, and the Red Wizards became divided. It is after that that Saz Tam took advantage of our separation and weakness to take control, and since then has led Thay into darkness. To stop Saz Tam, it's to not only save Thay, but to save all of Faerun. I am part of the Red Wizard freedom fighters. We rebel against Saz Tam, but we are weak. I myself am at death's door, and I'm using my last powers to bring you into this place.
Hey, don't worry. They can take your life, but they cannot take your freedom. I'm just kidding. They can take your freedom and your life. It's the way of the world. It's just how it is. They take things. Those in power take from those not in power. And then there are they who want us to go and restore the power back to those without power. It's the eternal cycle. It's what I was bred for, I suppose.
Is there not a greater calling of being touched by a powerful entity?
I don't know. I've been touched by several at this point, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest with you.
One was definitely a priest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he was an acolyte for a while. Just saying.
Yes, but achieving this could lead to what you have been seeking.
I'm not sure what I've been seeking, but I suppose it can't hurt.
The Doom Vault has a way of helping people find themselves.
I suppose that could be useful for some, though some of us are already doomed to never find ourselves. Very well then. I will still put my effort into this. Friends, it means I am Zio, humble Asima, servant to the light, I suppose, though wreathed in shadow.
All right. How's it going, Zio? My name's Dirge.
It's going terribly, actually. Gloom prevails, darkness everywhere I look.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said nothing. That's fine. You can just stop.
There's great beauty in darkness and gloom, and what better way to strike down foes? Queen.
We are known as Arturai, herald to the mother, the queen of spores, lady of fungi. We accept you all into our fold.
Nice to have you.
He whispers up to Dirge. He's always the we with that one. I only see one of him. Do my eyes deceive me?
Hey, you know, I asked him earlier, and he just said she's everywhere. So
this one is odd.
You're one to talk there, buddy.
Well, I like forests, do well in them, so we could start in the forest of slaughter.
Yeah, I'm pretty good in the woods too, so I'd pick that.
But we could go to the master's place and skip the slaughter and killing. Does everything need to be?
You heard the lady, we're killing things.
Fine, whatever. Kill, not kill.
Sounds like they're mostly abominations, so we must take care of them. Restore the natural balance of this vault.
What are y'all? What can you guys bring to a fight?
Apparently, I cannot bring a voice to a fight. My voice has never mattered in the past. Why should it matter now? Fine. He retreats back into his hood. Sulks.
Queen just has his big giant warhammer and shield out and is like crushing.
See, I get you, but we and over here, what y'all can do?
We bring the gifts of Mother with us.
What the hell does that mean, man?
He kind of twirls his fingers as spores, barely perceptible to the eye, and swirl around his hand.
That's a very interesting dance you're doing. What's that do?
It's clearly magic. He is obviously some sort of druid, perhaps tightly connected with nature or some other such dirty.
All right, so you're some sort of trash druid. I got it.
That's
You resent that statement?
I don't know if I. Yeah,
Isn't that what you just said?
no, that's not what I said. Gosh, plebeians. Look, he is a druid. He is tied to the forest. He clearly.
Not all those tied to the forest are druids, and you see his like hammer that's got vines all the way around it.
Forest, and forest. Am I the only civilized one here? The burdens we must carry at times.
What can you do, civilized one?
What can I do? Let's see. How can I put this in terms you may understand? There must be something in this room that's not just a wall.
I mean, there's banners on the wall. Like it's a think of a traditional hall. There's a table. There's food available. Like it's a welcoming area.
All right. So I'm gonna cast a Eldritch Blast at a chair, just to like
Okay.
up this chair. There. Is that in language that you may understand?
All right, we got somebody that got some laser beams. Okay.
Those are not. Fine.
Seems useful enough.
I mean, if he can hit shit with it, hell yeah, it is.
Yes. Well, very well. Yes, laser beams. It is. Where's my sound effects? I need my sound. I can't do sound effects because I'm not running the.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No.
So did you guys kind of talk amongst yourselves? Serana is kind of just watching you. I mean, you kind of calm down. She goes, "As you will be taking part in this quest, I should let you know that each of those zones have magic crystals called glyph keys. When attuned to a zone, allow access to the zone's gates." Oh, this isn't her describing it. This is just reading text for you guys. Okay, so magical crystals called glyph keys, when attuned to the zone, allow access to the zone's gates. Serana describes the use of glyph keys, including how to transfer attunements. What? This doesn't seem like readable text. This seems like something I should keep to myself, but it says readable text.
No, I say totally. Just tell us all of it.
She also describes contact stones and how the characters can use. This is not describing what should, like, this doesn't seem like something that I should be reading aloud, but it's in read aloud text.
We win.
Well, no, because it's not giving. It's information I'm supposed to give you. I'm just supposed to give you it. It's in a text box that you're supposed to just be able to. That you're supposed to read aloud, but it's not actual read aloud text.
Yep.
Damn. These guys fucked it up. Fantasy Grounds, come on now. I expect more from you. So contact stones are base. Okay, so I'll do it as Cyrano because it's just more fun. Take these stones as well, and she gives each of you a stone. These are contact stones. Throughout the dungeon, you will find glowing glyphs on the walls. Through those glyphs and through these stones, you will be able to contact me directly and even make your way back here.
How are we supposed to contact you if you're on death's door?
I am not gone yet, and I should survive long enough to aid you in any way that I can as you take part in this quest. If you have questions, if you hit a dead end, I shall attempt to help you if you can get in contact with me.
Sure. You got anything else other than this map for us to use in there?
I have the glyph key that I will be able to attune to any entry point that you choose. Should you choose the Forest of Slaughter, I can get you into the entry point. If you look at your map, it will be in the very center of this Forest of Slaughter, at the bottom of the map, in the very southernmost part. There's an entry point there. It's It's black quartz that is inlaid into the ground.
Right. Okay.
That's where you will arrive. From there, it will be up to you to find the glyph keys you need to leave that zone. And it will be up to you to find the glyph keys to get you into the Temple of Extraction.
Got you. Well, I guess it's time to start, I guess.
You have 3 goals when you enter the dungeon. Remember them. You must destroy the Red Wizard's monstrous creations and experiments to end the threat to Faerun. You must gain access to the phylactery vault deep beneath the dungeon, and you must destroy all of the phylacteries within the vault. No lich shall be left with a phylactery.
Right. Fuck shit up. Got it.
And wasn't there a third thing?
That was 3.
That was 3. 2 was access the vault, 3 was destroy the phylacteries.
Oh, I see.
You
I
will
thought
also
we were-
want... Oh, sorry.
I thought she said we were supposed to kill Saztan, or are we just destroying his flag?
Well, destroying his phylactery will essentially deal with that. Because basically a lich regenerates through his phylactery, but his life is held. It's like basically like Pirates of the Caribbean when you get Davy Jones' heart, you stab it, he's dead. Right? Same thing. You destroy a phylactery, the lich that is attached to that phylactery is dead. So he will probably try and stop you. You should also be aware of another lich, Tarul Var. His quarters lie in the Doom Vault. Although the lich was defeated, he might have already rematerialized, thanks to the power of the phylactery. Protected by his dread warriors, he is a deadly threat.
Well, that's not scary at all.
Nobody's going to ask about the dread warriors?
What kind of stuff we got in there other than these liches?
All sorts of monstrosities. Anything, any kind of beast or monster, creature you can imagine. Though not all are there of their free will. Many are restrained and held there for experimenting, among other things. You may just be able to make some allies while you move through the dungeon, but that will be up to you. Just know that any red wizard that you find in that dungeon should be treated as a severe threat, especially if they travel with dread warriors. Dread warriors are hulking warriors
Oh, okay.
that
okay.
are controlled by red wizards of the highest order, such as Saztam and Tarul Var. Should you run into dread warriors, they may not be under control and they may just be as themselves. Should a lich or a red wizard take control of them, though, they are able to use that lich's powers, cast that lich's spells as if they were the lich themselves. They are very dangerous and very deadly. You must watch out for them. You should also be aware that this dungeon is very secure. I can only speak of rumors. I don't have anything hard evidence of how it works. I am somewhat ignorant of the Doom Vault other than the information that I have to share at hand. But many magics are blocked by the powerful magic of Saztan within the dungeon. And you will need the glyph keys to move throughout.
Many magics. What do you mean many magics? What does many magics mean?
Many sealing magics. Remember that I told you need glyph keys to move through between zones.
Yes.
I'm sure that you may think of some way to try and move through the zones without these glyph keys. I assure you that the security of the dungeon will put a stop to any trickery very quick, and you will only help yourself in raising the alert of the inhabitants of the dungeon.
All right, so no Leroy Jenkins. Got it.
Use the keys. Just walk. Seems fine.
Now, when you say hulking, do you mean like me and him or bigger?
From all sizes. There will be very large, and even I've heard rumors of a black dragon laying within the Doom Vault somewhere. You may want to avoid that one.
Do you know where that is?
I wish I could help you. I know not. I know, again, I am very ignorant of what lies within the actual dungeon itself.
You're dark. Emo one. Where would black dragons be?
Well, obviously black dragons would be in some sort of swamp, if there is one. Is there a swamp? I'd prefer not to go there. Swamps are notoriously disgusting. Not a place I'd like to get my clothes dirty in, if we can avoid it.
There's predator pools.
Predator pools?
There may be a swamp. Again, these creatures are held against their will, so don't think that the standard rules apply. He could be held in a cage. He could be held in a cave. I do not know.
The master's place seems pretty not dirty to me. I sounds like the place to go there. It's the shortest path, surely. The master's place. You wouldn't want to go there.
Would not the masters be there, stopping us, the strongest ones?
Perhaps. I say we face them while we're fresh, rather than once we're tired and wounded. But
Are you guys still discussing which area to go into?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you had chosen the Forest of Slaughter.
Oh, we could, we could definitely go there. Like, that's fine. So,
Okay.
You just wants to not go into murky, dirty places.
right. If I can stay out of any type of forest or swamp or bog or
We should definitely start in the prison of filth.
Yep.
city,
Yep. Uh-huh.
a nice, clean city, we can actually just send you to the city. That'd be fantastic.
Ooze Grotto, you say?
Oh, no. Not the Ooze Grotto.
I don't think really any of these things
Or that clean.
are that clean, really. You're not going to find like cleanliness in a dungeon, really.
Not
But
about any of this. Pick the least horrible option at this point. He's a kind of a dandy boy. Like, you notice, like, he's even his hands like are perfectly manicured. They've clearly never if you catch sight of his palms, they've clearly never held a weapon or gained any type of proficiency in anything. His hands are clean, his fingernails are clean, well manicured. His clothing isn't, and his clothing is interesting because it's not like any kind of like fine cloth. Like, he's not trying to drape himself in finery, but the black clothes he has, are actually very well tailored. So they're tailored well to fit his body, to show his form, but are not made of any kind of particularly valuable cloth. So he's not someone who tries to make some sort of means, but he clearly has some sort of real presence of the way people see him, right? So his presentation, his presence, he's very aware of his presence with people.
Gotcha.
He's always standing and noting how he's standing and holding the right posture. Like, he's very, very aware of his presence and seems to be really sort of centered on how other people may see him at any moment.
okay. Good to know. Okay, so you guys have the glyph key, and unless do you have any other questions for Sierra? I'll take that as a no. So she bids you farewell and kind of fades away, but lets you know before leaving that you can always get in contact with her just by calling her. This place is her kind of area, and so if you speak her name, she will appear. And then obviously you can speak with her through contact stones from within the Doom Vault. But the last thing she says is, when you are ready, simply take this glyph key, and the holder of the glyph key shall stand in one of these black portals. It will open The doorway to the forests of slaughter.
So he steps forward and takes it.
Okay, so
Thanks.
it's in the party sheet in the parcel. So whoever holds that key, they're the ones that can open the gate.
Ooh, I'm taking it. If I can find the party sheet.
So whoever is holding that has to open the portal, and then everybody else goes through. Then they can go through and close the portal. Otherwise, you guys are going to split the party, and it's going to get bad.
How do you take stuff? What can I take it? Oh, wait, we have to use the box. The box is right.
Grab the draw.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have the key. I am the key.
Okay, and we are at the point where we're going to take another quick break because I'm sitting here spinning in my chair, having to take a piss. And then we're going to start. We're going to get an hour of dungeon crawl in here.
Actually, really stop. Wow. All right. I got to finish this fucking spell list. All right.
We're going to get an hour of dungeon crawl, but we're going to go on a quick break. Before I go on break, though,
I can only know 9 different spells. This is crazy. How do you only have 9 spells?
Because you're a sorcerer.
Oh, God. I should be a wizard. All right. Cool.
Here we are.
Oh, we're already
Oh God, we're here.
Oh shit, we're gonna fight stuff.
Run for it, Marty! I'm not ready. I am not prepared.
John, where's the option to lock tokens? Because for some reason it's not showing up for me.
I thought it was the right click on the map or on a token.
I set her a different icon now. It's shit. They moved it in one of the recent updates. I can't picture it offhand. It's a right click on the map. I know that. I forget, but they moved it under a different section or whatever.
I guess I can open a second version of Fantasy Grounds and check.
It's not my usual controls aren't. Oh, because I'm in the player map. That's why I can't see it. Damn, Fox. Come on. This is when you have 2 instances open.
Aha!
That's why it wasn't working. Lock tokens. There we go. Okay, now we can go on break, and we will be back to see what happens as we enter the Doom Vault, or as they enter the Doom Vault.
I'm excited.
Will we
We
be
don't really need AoE spells. So we actually need AoE spells. Do you guys think? Can we do without those?
Maybe.
I have a couple.
They're pretty good.
I literally have not taken a single AoE spell on my original choice of spell list.
Well, you can decide where we're going, and we're going on break. We will be right back again. 5 minutes. If we're not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. we go. We're back. We're live. We're in a dungeon.
In the forests of slaughter.
In the forests of slaughter.
Time to slaughter things.
Or get slaughtered by things. Damn,
Or
doing
sounds
that
like a good
Serana
time.
voice killed my throat. Oh, damn.
Yeah, you need some tea.
Oh, hey, we
Yeah, I
should
know.
actually be pretty good at being stealthy, eh? We don't have any heavy armor people.
I have passed without trace as well.
As do I, but you got a lot more spell slots, so I vote you first.
Dang.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
I got 6 spell slots.
Ooh, 6.
I can only cast
9.
rituals.
I have 11 that I could potentially use pass without trace on.
Use.
But I'm still a barbarian, so that's weird that he can even cast spells.
That's true. That's true. That's true. You could do a barbarian caster though. One of my next time I get to build a character, barbarian, paladin, 100%.
Yeah, it's a great combo.
Bit off topic, but that wild magic barbarian actually looks pretty cool. If you've seen the
Wild magic barbarian, that would be pretty cool.
No,
I
it
just-
even-
It's
it
in
would
the
actually-
new book.
it would actually work pretty well with your paladin. If you go high enough levels, you can get spell slots back with it. So
Hmm.
My problem is I don't like wild magic. Wild magic terrifies me with my bad rolls.
Oh man, and the wild magic barbarian has some great stuff on that table.
Oh, it changes the whole table?
It
has its own table.
It has its own table.
It has
It's
its
only
own
D8.
wild
It's a
magic table.
D8.
But
It's a D8 table.
they're actually all good things for you.
Oh, okay. Well, then fuck. I would go with that.
Yeah.
My problem with the main table is I don't want to be in the middle of a fight and all of a sudden,
Concentrating on haste, and I got turned
fireball.
into a potted plant.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's even worse. And turn into plants and shit. But the casting fireball centered on yourself in the middle of a battle would not be good. Okay, so
Butterflies.
you guys just received this quest to go into the Doom Vault, find your way to the Phylactery Vault within the Doom Vault, and destroy Saztam's and his lich's phylacteries, ending the rule they hold over Thay. You've just stepped through a portal with a glyph key, and as you appear on the other side, you appear within a 10-foot diameter circle of runes and black onyx fragments that is set into the floor. It exudes wisps of shadowy energy that look like curling black smoke. You can see that trees crowd the walls of this turfed cavern. To the southwest, the turf gives way to stone floor where shadows curl up like smoke from a black gate. West of the gate is a contact stone. So you know there's a contact stone here. You also see these two fine gentlemen just kind of chilling here.
Oh, hello.
And as you kind of appear, the white moves towards you and goes, "Hey, you guys! Who are you? What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. You don't look like you're supposed to be here. Are you supposed to be here?"
Yes.
All right.
Why could we get in here if we're not supposed to be here?
Well, this usually wouldn't be a guarded area, but I'm here because somebody stole a glyph key, and so now we need to guard all the entry portals. And so the only people coming in through here are supposed to be people here to feed the geists.
Yep. Uh-huh.
So are you? And the displacer
Do we
beasts.
not look capable of feeding these geists?
Well, I mean, it's not so much that; it's that you don't have any pig carcasses with you or anything. Like, what are you feeding them? Where's this food that you're supposed to give them?
This one. He points at our spirit. Special food on the plate today.
Live food. That's quite unheard of. You're just gonna feed this dwarf to the bargeists and the displaced. How are you gonna split that one small dwarf among the bargeists and the displacer beasts? How are you gonna do that? You didn't bring enough food.
Only the strongest survive, duh.
Well, somebody's got to give me a charisma roll to try and get past it. To try and convince this guy you guys are here.
Yes. He actually so Zio he pulls back his hood and he sort of like smiles, and as he smiles the clouds part and the day brightens. This is its perfect form. Says, "Good defender, Lord White. You do a fantastic job in defending these places. The big carcasses are back in the portal. We were not able to carry them all. There were so many. Perhaps you could go back that way and get them for us as we present ourselves."
I don't have a glyph key for that. I can't leave this spot. I only have the glyph key for this zone.
Yes,
I can't leave this zone. I'm not gonna be able to go get these pig carcasses for you. If you want, like, if you have a glyph key that can get you through that portal, then take it and go get the pig carcasses. I'll wait here for you.
It's far too much for us to carry. I think perhaps we can carry on, and you can ensure that no one else comes back here. We are not the glyph key people that you're looking for.
Okay, give me a charisma's persuasion check.
Let's see. Hang on. Where's my character sheet? Here we go. Wait, no, I need skills, don't I? How do you work with characters?
First roll, man. Make it count.
Should be pretty good.
He's so persuasive, but
I do have plus even with my angelic beauty, sometimes you say the wrong words.
Oh man, that's great.
Seems persuasive enough. He's like, okay, well, I mean, go check on the Bargeists and the Displacer Beasts, and then you'll have to come back and figure out the pig carcass at a time. I don't care how you do it, but you can go check on them, I guess, if that's what you want to do. If you want to, I don't know why you'd want to go see the Bargeists without food. That's just crazy to me. But go for it. Have fun. And he kind of steps out of your way.
Perhaps we need food. Zio looks at the druid. I don't suppose you could conjure some pigs for them as we walk off. Come, friends. I don't suppose you could conjure some pigs for them, and we're gonna kind of leave these guys. How do we leave these guys? I'm gonna go hide in the bushes.
Okay. You're moving kind of through that bush. You guys kind of moving up into this next area. Is Arturi and Dirge moving with them?
Yes, will be.
Oh, equipment.
Okay, so I'll mention this because I have it set up the way with lines. So you guys can move as freely as you want along these lines. Let me know once you're ready to move, and I'll accept it, no problem. But you can move one line, then click the square and move like another line, right? And then you can move another line. So you can move a whole walking path. It's important that I know your walking paths.
Okay.
we're gonna step on shit and get killed.
Yeah.
But it seems we need some sort of offering. Oh, Fox. For my magic item, can I have the immovable rod?
Yeah, you didn't get that, right? You didn't I need to give it to you in a parcel.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, it's
When you
a
can.
DMG thing, so we don't have access
Let
to
me
it.
grab it from the DMG thing. Hold on 1 second.
Oh,
Just want to check to make sure. Yes, there are no.
All right.
Need for that.
Do you have any sort of offerings, friends? I am.
Fox.
Yeah.
It says here on my sheet that my speed is 30. It should be 40. How do I change that? It's not letting me edit.
The magnifying next to AC should have your speed info too.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Keenan. Awesome.
So as you're moving around the map, with any area that's been uncovered, you can just walk freely, unless we're in combat, and then movement will obviously.
Can we see sort of beyond this at this point
Yep.
at all? Or
I'm trying to get to the rod.
yeah, take it. We can do that anytime though. Don't prioritize that.
Immovable rod. No, because I want you to have it just in case you need it. There we go. Boom. It's in the party sheet. 'Tis in the party sheet for you to drag in. Okay, so then as you step into this area, now this, the wisp is kind of shaking his head like you guys are crazy. Nope.
Well, you didn't identify the movable rod.
Oh, it's not identified? Oh, my bad. There we go. I might not have done that with the cloak of protection either. Then.
My second piece of equipment.
It's possible. It just said
Let me
cloak on it initially.
open up your character. Where are you? Right there. That should open it up. Then inventory, cloak of protection. Yeah, let me turn that so you can actually read it and see what it does. I know you know what it does, but nonetheless. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. As you guys kind of open there, you can kind of see this larger... Damn it. Damn it! Uncover. As you set to there, you can probably see out to here. The corner there. There we go. Okay, move up a little bit. And sync the map. Boom. Now, I'm just making sure things work on the other side of this so that like the player side and the OBS is looking good. I will do that less as we go on because I won't need to check it as often. I'll just believe that it's working. Okay, so you guys move into this area. Before you move that far into this area, I need to pop this open.
Have we decided that we have some sort of offering that we can give up? No.
We are not capable of creating such food and offerings.
We may be at a disadvantage then. What is our plan to get through the next layer of
Do we not need that creature's key
Did he say he has a key?
to this area?
Oh,
Well, we can turn around and fuck them up.
As you guys kind of enter this area, you might want to adjust your moves. I'm not going to type those moves in because you guys kind of walk in. You see the grassy turf grows very high in this large cavern. And you can also see, because they're not hiding at all, they're kind of just grazing a little bit. They're looking a little hungry too. But you can see these two large gentlemen here. Where's my images? So I want to share this all together.
Right next to that guy.
Yeah, I thought you might want to change your moves after you. So you should be seeing that on the screen now. That's the things that are kind of sniffing through. They're chewing on bones. They're trying to find scraps. They're snarling a little bit. They haven't taken notice of you guys just yet because they're kind of distracted. And you can see that's what he was talking about when he said the bargeist. You might want to have food for them.
Is that size comparison with that goblin? Is
Yeah.
that what
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. I think these are large. These are large creatures. Yeah, they're bigger than that. I don't know if that's an actual size comparison or just they threw a goblin in there to kind of.
Well,
Whatever
Bargus
reason.
have goblin lore.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
well, friends, seems to me this creature has a key that we need, and we need food for those creatures. Perhaps we can split the proverbial stone into two birds.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's head back and make some food.
All right. I'm gonna stay in this here bush.
Okay.
Time to do an about turn and just go up to the white to start smashing. And
Okay, somebody actually moving to attack the white now.
yep, that's what we discussed. We want his key and we want to try and use him for some kind of food bait, even though he's an undead being.
Well, there's also a helmed horror there, but I mean they're also
Some kind of who knows what.
Yeah, someone should engage that.
Moron.
Well, I guess this is a fair way to go about it. Here, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a coin and hands it to Dirge. Here, Dirge.
What's this?
Mr. Friend, Lord White, it seems that we were not properly grateful for for your services. Friend, if you could bring him his reward, I would appreciate it.
But this thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you bring it into him, and then you jump him. That's how that works. When he's not expecting it. See? No.
Right. I got this for you, man. This is real nice.
Oh, so you're moving up to him with the coin?
Yeah.
What? I thought you guys were going to take care of these bargeists. Decided maybe that wasn't the best idea. I told you so.
Yeah, hey, my friend back there wanted me to hand this to you. He said it's a real nice present for you.
He reaches out for the coin. As he reaches out for the coin, you just give it to him?
I hand him the coin, and as he goes to look at it, I just overhand chop.
Okay. So roll it. Click control, hold control, and click the white, and that'll target him. And make an attack. And then after this attack, we'll roll initiative. That will hit the white. And that will hit the white quite severely. Damn, starting things out. Damn you, I knew you were tricksters! I knew it! So now roll initiative.
I knew you were tricked.
Oof.
You can.
X.
I don't know if you want to, but
I
think you
do
can
have-
roll with
I have-
initiative if you go into a raid or something, right? Or no?
No, I just have advantage on initiative.
Okay.
It's not much better. An 8.
So as you attack the white and deal him a fairly severe blow, he goes, Jerome, get them! And the Dread Warrior, being it his turn.
We rolled very bad on initiative.
Everybody rolled bad on initiative, really. The Helmed Horror comes at you, Dirge. I almost called you Cole.
It's gonna be hard for you to.
Oh, it's going to take some time. The wounds need to heal. He targets Dirge. He does have a multi-attack. I just go and double check. That's just 2, right? Yeah, 2 longsword attacks.
It's gonna be great.
So he swings as he charges at you, he swings the longsword down in a sweeping motion. That's not the button I want to click. I want to click this. And he rolls an 18 for 24, so he's going to hit you.
Yeah, it's a solid hit.
Slashing into you, doing 8 damage. And then he comes back around with an upswing. But will miss as you're able to kind of dodge out of the way of that one, lean back and avoid the second swing. 1 was enough for now. And that will bring up Funes? No, I keep wanting to say Fune. Fuene. Damn. Fuene. I'll get it.
Fujin.
Give me time.
I should
Fujin.
just here.
Fuene. Fuene.
There.
Got it. Perfect.
So
Fuene moves
Queen
in.
just kind of goes behind the white while he's distracted getting this giant hog splitter in the chest or whatever. And he goes
right here on the side of the neck.
to just slam him in the back of the legs with his warhammer. Nope. Trips on a branch. That's okay. And he gets his footing, goes for another attack. This
That
time
one will
hitting.
hit. Yes.
And I'm going to try and trip him.
Using the Battle Master maneuvers.
Combat maneuver to try and trip this guy. Oops.
No, it didn't say. No, it just rolled his save for him.
I accidentally rolled some extra die there. I should just roll the save. But yes, he fails.
There it is.
So just after he gets his footing, Fween just knocks his feet from under him, and I get my superiority die damage for that.
And will that add the prone? Yep, perfect.
And then he goes to slam with his Dread Ambusher attack. For his third attack on the first round. With advantage to the now
'Cause he's
prone
prone.
guy. Yeah.
This white is just getting. Why I trust you?
And the Dread Ambusher gives me an extra D8 damage on the last attack.
Damn.
And he just, as a half, he just slams Warhammer into its face, and it's knocked. It's done.
As it crushes his skull, like just as he's. Why did I trust you? The hammer comes down.
Watermelon.
And
Just
then he,
watermelons his head. Gallagher
goes to
straight up.
surround the helmed horror, and that's his turn.
Okay. So he's going to move on that. And that will bring up archery.
All right. So I will take a step over to here.
Okay.
And stretching out my arms, just release a kind of glowing pale claw that reaches out to grab at the helmed horror, just with chill touch. Which how do we do a cast thing of it?
Okay, so you're going to hold control, and then you're going to click on the helmed horror, and that will target the helmed horror. And then you just, where your spells are, there should be like a magnifying glass. And if you open that up, there should be a cast button. And then little buttons for each like individual. So if you want to roll a save or an attack roll, and then roll the damage, if you just hit cast, I think it all does it in one fell swoop, right, John?
Yep.
Okay.
So unfortunately, as you reach out for him, the helmed horror is able to knock the hand away with his longsword.
Okay, that's all I'm going to do for my turn.
That's all you're doing for your turn? Okay. So that brings up Zio.
This is my spell list. You'll see this.
Hard to read, but
It's crazy. List of known spells. All right, is this guy? He doesn't seem very wounded to me.
The helmed horror? No, the helmed horror.
He's fresh.
Yeah, he's looking good.
All right, then in that case, I am going to.
Helmed horrors are no joke. No joke at all.
Uh-oh. Maybe I should use the spell then.
Isn't that what you were looking at?
No, like a spell slot. I was just gonna.
does it seem like the Bargus are picking up on us fighting at all, or no?
No, they're like you can't really see them. They're like over in these bushes, like kind of hidden away. But like they're not moving in on you. So
Okay.
that's the important thing, right?
Yeah.
For right now.
Choice paralysis of a spellcaster. The real deal.
That rolls against you? Ah, that's dumb. Sorry, I'm gonna learn my spells. That's what I want to do. Okay, so 60 feet. I'm within range. All right, I am going to cast Frostbite on this target. I have not set up the extensive list of spells I've got yet in here. So, Frostbite, target must make a Constitution savings throw. What is
Okay,
this?
so hold control and click on the helmed horror.
See. Oh,
And you have
target.
this. You have the spell on the spell list, right?
Yeah, right. Got you. All right, target.
And then you can just click cast.
And actions.
I don't like doing crunchy things. You guys do all the
I-
crunchy things for me.
Where is scrolling through my stupid long spell list to find the right spell?
Should be close to the top of its cantrip, I think.
Yeah, but I've got them separated by sorcerer and warlock, so I gotta
That's
know
true.
it. And this
Yes,
is
scroll down until you find whichever one it came from.
frostbite. Cast. Boom.
Oh man.
All right, so no problem. On a failed save, it takes d6 cold damage and a disadvantage. Well, that's a save or suck. All right, so that's a suck then.
Any
That's
movement? No, you're just gonna
Nope.
chilling in the bush.
Hide in the bush, man.
That will
chilling
bring
in
up
the-
Dirge.
If you can get a spot in a good bush, just stay there for a
we-
while.
It's true. It's true.
Do we have Are we doing flanking?
No, not doing any of that.
Okay.
Just for flavor, he's surrounding it.
Okay. Just making sure.
No worries. I get you. Got to make sure. Got to know what you got going on. Got to know what you're working with.
Dirge is gonna look down at the paper cut that he just got. Get the blood and just go. All right, let's play.
Love it.
I guess Eldritch Blast would have been better, but
Giving him disadvantage is good.
well, I tried, but it's a saver stock and a con save, so kind of dumb, really.
Oof.
But
1 out of the 12.
It's okay. It's still damage. Baby.
Yeah.
You got another
And then-
attack, don't you? Yeah. There you go.
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh.
No, I don't.
He deflects that with his shield like it's nothing. The first blow kind of scratches and scuffs his armor up. The second blow, he just bats away with his shield.
All right, looks like we're gonna have fun with this one.
And
And
that
that's Dirge's turn.
the bar guys start taking turns, so we're back around to the helmed horror.
So
And the helmed horror.
As it reaches his turn, I'm going to use my reaction to stretch my fingers into the ground at my feet, and beneath the helmed horror's feet, these red fingers of fungi stretch up and peel open as flies start buzzing around him. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, or take.
You should have that option to force that save for him.
Oh, okay.
So if you click the saving throw, it'll force him to roll.
Did he make that? That would be something he had to probably make himself. I'm not sure. If he
Yeah,
made that.
possibly. I don't have that as like an ability.
Because
or
it's not a
anything.
spell.
Oh, okay, I got
Yeah,
you. It's one of
that's
the.
part of my spore druid.
Gotcha. Okay.
Things. Is there a way that I can?
Okay, so he needs to make a Constitution save.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. He gets a 20.
it's fine then.
Can you guys see those rolls? Those rolls show up for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I like to roll in front of the screen for combat.
Yeah, there's a few things on the sheet that I'll need to make later on as like actual rolls.
Yeah, we
So
can
just to
figure it out. We
streamline
can
everything.
learn to program things and program extra stuff as we go. We got lots of dungeon to cover.
Yep.
Okay, so he saves against your. I assume that was trying to lock him down.
It's the Halo of Spores, so it's a damage dealing thing.
Oh, okay. And use that as a reaction. Damn, that's nice. That is nice. Okay, so the Helmed Horror sees that he's kind of getting surrounded here, but obviously he's going to fight his way out of this. Since Dirge was the one that actually dealt him some damage,
But I
he
crushed the white
I was
skull.
just going to say, but Fween actually just killed the white. So after that little bit of damage that the Helmed Horror took from Dirge. Oops, that's not who I have selected. Oh, I see what I've done. I've accidentally selected the Bargeist. There we go. He turns his attention to Fween, thinking he's a more... After he saw him crush the skull of the white, he figures Fween's more dangerous, and
That's
he
fine.
swings his long sword at Fween.
Oh, no.
21
Yeah, it hits.
for 6 damage, and then he comes back around, swinging it again. A 17
This time he just
miss.
knocks it away with his shield as he's getting ready to do his own strikes back.
Nice. And that will end his turn, bringing it over to Fween.
He decides he's going to be fighting for quite a bit of time, so he's just going to use a bonus action to Hunter's Mark. The Helmed Horror
Okay.
points at it and then just starts attacking.
Get him.
Oh, I have to actually target him.
24 will hit, so you can just roll the damage.
Yeah.
Boom. That Hunter's Mark. Deadly. That's going to hit too.
Ooh.
Just
Just
big
slamming
dents
into him.
right into the armor.
Damn. That will bring up archery.
Just looking through all the spells that I have, and I don't have great spells for single targets.
I'm not a single target kind of guy.
No, I'm a.
I mean,
big
keep in mind
area
your cantrips
spread
do
already.
do 2 dice now rather than 1
That
because
is
we're
true.
over level 5. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're
think
not
I'm-
like huge damage dealers, but
No, I think I'm going to go for the chill touch again as I reach my hand out, and the kind of icy pale claw stretches out from it.
That's a hit.
All right. So
and it
And-
doesn't.
He has disadvantage.
I
on-
clicked it. I clicked it twice because it only rolled 1d8.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. That's perfect.
So you can actually go in the magnifying glass for that
Mhm.
and drag another die to it, so it automatically rolls both. Seems like necrotic doesn't do anything to this thing though.
No, that's unfortunate. Okay, good. But it can't regain hit points until its end of its next turn.
That's true. I knew there was an extra effect to chill touch. I just couldn't remember what it was. Okay. Anything else from Archery?
I think I'm just going to stay where I am and prepare the
Halo of
pull out my
spores.
club with my shield and get ready for the Halo of Spores.
Nice, nice. That'll bring up Zio, and Zio is at the beginning of your turn. You actually hear a voice inside your head. Set us free. We can help you. Give us a glyph key. Set us free. You hear that in your head.
I love it so much.
He flips his hair out of his eye, coming exactly back in his eye. I don't know who you are.
We are the beasts in the next room. We've watched you fight. If you set us free, we will be free in the dungeon. You just need to give us a glyph key. We must escape. Help us escape.
Escape.
Again. If I know who you are, maybe I can help. But until then, I think I've got to kill this thing. He looks around. Anything? Does he see anything or anything that might be like something he could set free? Like I have no idea what I can set free.
You don't see them anymore, but the Bargeists were the only ones close by. They're kind of away. You don't see them, but you're hearing the voice, and they were the only other creatures around that you know of, but you don't see anybody else.
Please tell me that's the bar guy's voice.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna fine. Well, just a moment, please. I've got other things to deal with. And he looks at this guy. And he's like, and he calls down a beam of sacred radiance upon the creature.
Damn.
I gotta retarget. Shit. Oh, I already have a
No,
target.
you haven't targeted. You're good.
All right, sacred radiance. Let's see how this guy likes radiant damage. Fuck. Which class is that under?
Should be your warlock.
Grr. Radiant, not sacred radiance. No, sacred flame. There we go. Okay, here we go. Boom.
Nice.
Oh!
You did
Sorry
it.
about the bad luck. All right, what is that? 2d8 now at my level?
Yep. You may have to
Next
roll them
level.
two separates, but unless you actually added them in there already. But
Boom, boom.
yep, no worries. Oh,
That's how we do it. At 9? Is that it? Does it damage him?
Yep.
Excellent.
You did it.
So that was, I actually cast a cantrip. That's pretty cool. Is there anything else I can do in my class? I don't think so. All right. We'll be with you in just one moment.
please help us.
He puts his hood back up and hides. Pass turn.
Okay. That brings up Dirge.
Quick question.
Yes.
To do the reckless attack effect, I just click on the
Click on both of
thing.
those. Yeah,
Okay.
the effect man buttons. There you go.
Boom. Recklessly attacks for a crit. First crit of the game.
Oh, that's gonna be big crit too.
Ooh,
Big damage, big damage, big damage.
Half orc savage attacker.
I think you have another dice to roll for that, don't you?
I have two other dice to roll.
Well then, roll them, sir. I mean, he's already
actually-
dead. Those other ones were just overkill. I just wanted to see.
If you want that to automatically happen, you can go into weapons, the very top, the magnifying glass,
Uh-huh.
and it has extra crit dice that you can change on melee. You can add 2 now, I guess.
Oh.
Oh.
That is excellent.
And then it'll auto do it for you.
Sweet.
Okay, so with that strike, what? Oh, there, the hog
Yeah.
splitter comes
the hog
down.
splitter just right on the top of his head, and it just splits him down the middle.
As the pieces of the helmed horror fall to the ground with a clank on the grass and small stones that lay in this area.
You hear a voice from the bush that says, "You're welcome."
I guess that's his turn, since there's nothing to fight.
Perfect. That will take us out of initiative as you guys kind of destroy this white and helmed horror. Their
Right.
bodies lay on the ground in here.
All right, let's get that key.
Well, if the Guardians are all like that, this shouldn't be that hard.
Fair point. You, I admit, can handle yourselves in a fight. I've not often associated with the likes of you. You may be peers. I'm not convinced yet. Don't get me wrong, but I may actually consider you peers instead of.
Oh, well, thank you for being so nice.
No, I'm not being nice. I'm simply honestly evaluating your skills. I believe that your skills seem to be above par, and he goes into this sort of rant.
Whatever you say, little light man.
So you guys are going through the pockets of the white's body.
Looking for some key.
Yeah.
So you
I
will
want my
find.
knife, and I stab at him so I can collect the corpse stuff.
Okay.
No. Wait, no, this isn't 7 Days to Die. Hang on. Sorry, wrong game. My bad.
So you guys find, if you look into the party sheet, you'll find there's a glyph key for the Forest of Recovery, which is where you guys currently are.
Is that the crystal pendant?
No, it should be in the party sheet in the inventory. It should say glyph key, Forest of Recovery. Oh, here, sorry, it's not ID'd. There we go. That's why. ID'd. Maybe I should check and see. Maybe that item that I gave Roy isn't ID'd either.
Forest of Recovery.
I gotta remember to do that. Glyph key, Forest of Recovery. Where's the other glyph key that you took? Sylph's glyph key right there. Yeah, it's ID'd. Okay, perfect.
Glyph keys. I successfully worked the last one. I think I can work this one as well. And he takes the glyph key and puts it in the pocket.
Okay, perfect. Like right away, you can tell that it's attuned to this area. And so you have that glyph key. Everybody's got to remember that. And again, now you all hear the voice in your head. Save us! Free us! Give us the glyph key so we can leave! Please! You must free us! Free us!
What the hell was that?
You heard that as well. Ah, interesting. I did not think that you would have. Well, never mind. I thought I was the only one who heard all these voices in my head.
Wait,
Do we need this key for this area? We need it to get out through too, don't we? Couldn't we just let them out at certain doors? Do we need to give them?
You will give us the glyph key! We need the glyph key!
Who is? I don't know who this is. Does anyone see anyone? This is. I don't know.
You talk to us not in our mind.
Yeah, where are you? Hello?
Come into the next area. Proceed forward. We will show ourselves.
All right. Dirge is gonna grab one of these bodies and slink it over his shoulder.
Oh, this one is very impressive.
And the other body, Herald will walk and lean down to and appear to like kind of pluck some of these spores from his body and just start embedding it into the body. As he then moves along, having convinced himself that he has accepted that being into Mother's embrace.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Dirge,
So let's,
Dirge is gonna get to about here, and then he's gonna toss the body at this creature thing.
You're hearing your head. So this is all in your head. You don't see this. You see this thing come out. It's kind of making itself known to you, and you only hear its voice in your head. It's not actually speaking. It says, "This is not the glyph key. This will not set us free. I need not food. I need freedom. Give us the glyph key. Please give us the glyph key, or there will be consequences."
You're the ones talking in our heads?
It is us. We want our freedom. We are locked here against our will. Give us the glyph key so we may leave.
Can't we just go open doors for you?
We do not wish to travel with you. You will give us the key so we can go about our business and leave this dungeon.
See, there's a slight problem there because we kind of need them.
Not as much as us. You can find other ways.
Is this the only key?
Do you have another key? How many keys do you have?
Just the one.
Could somebody remind me?
Meta-wise, is that other key attuned to this area, or is it a special, some other kind?
Well, you have 2 glyph keys.
Right.
But the glyph key the first glyph key that you got from Serana is attuned to, I'll say it this way just to be nice. It's currently attuned to that entry point into the dungeon, into the Forest of Slaughter.
so if we wanted to use it again, we would need to return back to that same entry point.
Well, you would need to find another black gate, and then that key would take you back to that original entry point.
So they're like waypoints.
Essentially, yeah. But you had to have a key attuned to that specific gate. Do you not know what the gate keys are? Do you not know how to use the glyph keys that you've been handed?
We know they're important.
How did you pass into this realm? How did you get here without a glyph key to start with? I just watched you take that glyph key from the white. You must have more. You are lying to us. We don't like to be lied to.
I suppose we can give them the glyph that got us here. We have perhaps used it from this.
That voice, man.
All right, then we can give that one up.
What path will you take out of here? Will the path be laid free for us to pass as well?
If you have a glyph key to get through the gates, yes. That's why we must have the glyph key.
Don't we need this then? As he turns to the group.
Yeah, we need them. Yeah.
The key to get here perhaps is no longer useful to us. We could give that one to them, and it may pacify them.
Don't we need all these things? Get everywhere.
We
I
need them
think
to get
the key
around,
is more
don't we?
important than this creature.
You think?
I agree.
You plan to betray us just like you did the white. I will not stand for it. And he charges towards you. Initiative.
I will not stand for it.
They're not stupid creatures. I thought they were animals, and then I just checked in really quick. They're not stupid. They're not stupid creatures.
I was still gonna give him one of the glyph keys, but all right, fine. I don't care. Like shit, bastards.
They don't trust that you're not gonna just stab him in the back the way you just did the white.
Man, I don't blame him.
Oh man, you guys are fast.
Much better of initiative.
20 on an initiative.
Damn.
Useful. Fuck.
Damn, boy.
Okay, so that'll bring up
With all it.
Zio starting this round as this creature kind of charges towards you. You see another one drop down out of the tree here, ready for combat as well. And there are 2 Bargeists ready to attack you to take those glyph keys.
Let's see. 432. All right, so
Remember to control click to target the Bargeist you want to focus on. You know what? I'll also, because you guys are there, you should be able to see a little bit more.
Oh,
I'm going to uncover a little bit more map here.
I didn't mean to do that movement, Mark.
That's okay. You can always reset it.
How do you reset?
Just
click
grab,
on it. Oh.
just grab your, hold your character, then like pick it up and drop it back right on top of yourself, and it resets it. You guys can kind of see that. Actually, I'll just uncover this whole area.
I hate to be so boring, but I might just have to be boring this round.
Nothing wrong with being boring sometimes.
No idea how strong they are. They might be super easy. They might be super hard.
Well, let's see what I'm going to use. I think this calls for a spell slot. This
Got
calls
a
for
bunch.
I do have several. All right. The Zio pulls back his hood, and you see his eyes, both of his eyes, actually, sort of flash for a moment, and he's like, "Be it as you will, then." And his whole being sort of flashes for just a moment. And it looks like he's almost about to catch on fire, and then the fire leaves him streaking across the place and blows up. An explosion. A ball of fire erupts.
Damn.
Nice.
There was a firefight.
Fireball called a ball of fire. Where fuck is fireball? Fireball.
So where are you centering Fireball on?
Somewhere like in the middle of them, where it'll catch both of them.
Fireball's 20-foot circle?
20-foot radius, I think.
Radius, so
Yeah.
a circle, yeah. 20 foot.
Yeah,
You probably want to throw it like just past them or something like that.
perfect. Yeah.
Wait, it's not this big one here? It's that smaller one?
You got like 25 there or something.
It says 20. I don't know why.
The best way to do is start in a corner and then drag it 4 squares away to get 20. That's actually 20 because it doesn't actually ever say 25 in Fantasy Grounds. Oh, maybe it does. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I'll just catch that entire area, blow it up. And then
You'll get them
fireball.
both, and either way, you can get them both, and you can avoid the rest of the party. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
So you'll need to control click both of them to force their
Got
saving
it.
throw.
He's done it.
Oh,
Got it.
perfect. Perfect.
Pass. Boom.
One of them eats it.
And roll damage. It should do all the math and half damage for that success. So
Let's see.
we'll see. I'll watch for it.
And let's do damage.
Woo.
Oh, that's
Yep.
a good roll.
Yep, it have to. On.
Oh no, they're resistant to fire.
God, curses, curses.
This is a level 10 adventure, man. No, these encounters aren't going to be no joke.
All right. So let me see. Let me scratch off a.
So the fireball explodes, burning them. You will pay for that.
Can't. I just can't.
I'm not gonna lie. If I were you, I would now. I have very powerful friends. And he retreats back to here.
Okay, pulling back. Good stuff. All right. And anything else from Zio?
I said one more.
Oh, you have one more. Oh, one more. One more little movie.
Yep.
Boom.
That's plenty. I feel like the fireball was a lot. I used a spell slot, which is kind of crazy. Ooh, spell slot. Oh yeah.
A high level spell slot too. Dirge moving in for combat.
Yep. Do I?
Haste, but I don't know.
Oh, you still have your reckless attack on. Are you using it again? or-
I'm going to use it again.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Boom! Oh, so close to a crit. So close. Just like, ooh, a hair away. Damn, that's some heavy damage.
Don't forget your great weapon master if you want, if you're recklessly.
Reckless attack with great weapon master is pretty fucking.
Oh yeah. Yes, let's do that. Great weapon master. What?
Woo-hoo! There it is.
This is gonna be big.
This is huge. This is huge.
Please behead it.
Bad.
all 12s behead it.
Damn, 38 damage in a
Jesus.
single attack. That was huge. As you slash into the Bargeist's hide, he lets out an actual squeal out loud.
He all flips his hair. I told you. I'm just saying.
You have not won yet. Anything else from Dirge? Hector's dead. Like Hector can't take it. Breaking Hector with every moment.
Man, it's just every fucking word, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my god.
We're gonna finish this round, and that's gonna be the end of the night. So.
Oh man.
Oh man. Fine. But I have all these spells left I can still cast.
And you get to cast them next week.
Look at all the spells I've got.
Oh, you got tons of spells. You got spells for days.
So many spells.
Is Dirge doing anything else?
That's
it?
That's his turn.
Okay, that'll bring up Archery.
So again, he's going to crouch down to the ground, shove both hands into the dirt, and just pull it apart. And beneath the Burgast, you see just the earth start rumbling and rippling as he casts erupting earth beneath their feet.
Is that both of them?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius, just far enough away to not hit Dirge.
Right, perfect.
Kind of similar to the fireball positioning.
If you want to draw a circle, you can hold Control and Shift and use both mouse buttons. Hold both mouse buttons and then start dragging, and you can make a circle.
Yeah. I mean, in this case, it's pretty easy to.
Yeah, it's not
but
like.
I think erupting earth creates difficult terrain too.
Yeah. It does.
Okay, so we need to leave that on the field so we know the difficult terrains there. Perfect.
Where do I? There we go.
You got them both targeted.
Gonna aim.
Somebody's watching something. Somebody's watching a clip.
Aim for there. And
Oh, don't forget to hold Control and click each one of the Bargeists. And that will target both of them. No worries. That's what I'm here for, to help. Boom.
and
Perfect.
then it's a save against the damage, I believe. Yep, dexterity save. So do I just click the dice beside save?
Yep, exactly. And that'll force them to roll a saving.
Cool. So
One fails,
biggest
one
one
succeeds.
eats it.
And then you can just roll the damage and it'll do all the extra stuff. Boom. 13 damage.
And
The
so
earth
that's-
rumbles beneath them.
And then bonus action. Actually, no, never mind. I don't think I can do that. I'm just going to draw the club and take a few steps forward.
Okay. What?
The butt.
And that will end Archery's turn then?
Yep.
Perfect. That'll bring up Fween.
All right. How badly injured do they look?
The
Do
Bargor.
you purposely have that off and fast again?
Yes, I
or-
do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I like to keep secrets. I like you guys to keep me guessing. Bargeist 12 is looking pretty beat up. He's taking that hit from Dirge, sliced up in a huge gash in his hide. The Bargeist to the south, that's kind of by himself right now, he doesn't look too bad. He took a little bit from the fireball, so he's got some burned and singed fur, and then he's kind of misbalanced it and took some rocks, like there's some bludgeoning damage from those rocks when the earthquake went off. But he doesn't look too worse for wear. Okay.
Right.
Move up to there.
Green comes up. He'll Hunter's Mark this guy
Nice.
and opens up with the smashing hammer. hits. He's
That's
also going to
definitely it.
try to trip this one. Boom.
Does that work for a creature of large size?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it saves anyways. But I still get the extra damage.
Nice.
And
Still another attack.
I'll have to do the damage first. Bam.
Whoop.
And then he follows up
Damn.
with his second attack, which
Ooh.
gotta do a crit miss on
Yikes.
every 3 attacks. All right, and then his Dread Ambusher attack goes in again.
Wait, no, where's the
Boom.
there you go.
Damn it, Roy!
I have a sad trombone.
And gets a bit of extra damage from the Dread Ambusher as he
Damn.
Jesus.
Drops
also
him to the ground.
slams this, finishes with the head smash, his traditional finishing move.
That upward swing of the hammer just catching him in the fucking face and just crushing his whole face. And his body falls lumped to the ground. And you hear the other Bargeist, "Man! You pay!" Anything else from Fween?
And he'll stand strong with his shield ready right there.
All right.
I'm assuming he's gonna get attacked.
And that'll bring up the Bargeist, who charges at Fween. Straight up.
Oh.
I'm going to use my
Um,
reaction again to have the fungi spawn beneath its feet.
Okay.
And use the Halo of Spores, which is a Constitution save. But I don't have it built in, so I can't force it.
You could start like adding, you know how you added an effect? You can add a
Yeah,
cast
I've-
instead. That's like the sword.
Mm. Yeah, I'm going to have to spend a bit of time out of the game playing around with all these things because there's like 4 or 5 different effects that I need to add in. Yeah, it's a Constitution save against DC 16.
Okay. Oh, right. I gotta make that myself.
Should
Constitution
be able
save.
to easily double click for that.
Yep. No worries. He fails.
Oh,
Hey.
so he takes necrotic damage. Where is it? Halo of Spores. 9 necrotic damage because it just has a base number. It doesn't have a
Oh,
dice
it
or
does?
anything like that.
I thought it was
According
a
to
certain
this.
amount.
It's poison damage. Okay, maybe the thing that was added is wrong too. What?
Oh, it's poison damage?
The one that's in Fantasy Grounds says poison, and the one that's on the wiki says necrotic. And the wiki one is a dice amount, and the Fantasy Ground ones.
What's the dice amount in the
just
wiki?
D8.
D8, but then it says 9 in the Fantasy Grounds one?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know which one you want to go by.
One's most advantageous for us.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to go with, you said your focus is on necrotic damage, right?
Yeah.
So you can make it necrotic,
Yeah,
but roll 1d8 for me, because I prefer roll than just straight up damage.
Yeah, of course.
So when you can change, if you can
I'm
change
just-
that to 1d8, and then you can leave it as necrotic damage.
Yeah, so in D&D Beyond, it's 1d8 necrotic.
There you go. Perfect.
So I'll
Sweet.
roll that.
So 6 necrotic damage. Boom.
And there is the disgusting smell of rotting meat as these stretching fingers of fungus beneath it are buzzing with flies.
And it kind of swats through those as it's just pure anger at Fween.
Oh no. I keep on angering things to kill me.
It's the best.
You're like, I love being the barbarian that gets no one to attack me.
As it charges towards you, it stops. It looks you in the eyes, and its eyes are almost glowing like a yellow. And I'm gonna need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
I'm okay at these.
Ruh-roh.
Nope. Oh,
Oh dear.
this is gonna hurt.
No, you are charmed.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna hurt
gonna
you guys.
but just,
You're her new man.
Okay, so you are charmed, and basically, she gives you the command to destroy. You will destroy what you care about. She doesn't know. You'll destroy what you care about now. As she tells you to target Dirge, and on that, we end this session.
Oh, man, come on.
Boom, just like that. This session is over. It was a great set. We're already like almost 15 minutes over time, but
I dropped Charmed on myself so we don't forget next time.
perfect. Oh, I won't forget. Yo, Bargeists are pretty fucking crafty creatures. I thought they were just beasts, and then I just looked into it and it was like, oh, these guys are quite knowledgeable.
Yeah, I think the lore in Bargeist is they hunt goblins, don't they? Or
Is that
Well,
why
they can
the
change-
goblin was
they
there?
hide as goblins.
Yeah, they can change into goblins. They can shapeshift into goblins.
That's why the goblin.
That's yeah.
Got it.
So
They often hide in goblin colonies.
yeah.
That's
And I think they
really
actually
cool.
there's something weird about them hating certain types of goblins and killing them as well, I think.
Yeah, I didn't get that much information, but there's just like the little surface information that you're given, and it just let me know. Oh, I have to treat these things as like knowledgeable creatures. They speak 4 languages and have telepathy. Like these things aren't stupid. So
Jesus.
yeah,
4 languages.
4 languages: abyssal, infernal.
Even I feel, well, less than adequate, I suppose.
What is it? Abyssal, common, goblin, infernal, and then they have telepathy 60 feet. So they're no joke. They're serious. They're serious
Great, man.
guys.
This is great.
I had a blast. I'm looking forward to next week.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's not bad. We covered almost 2 rooms. We covered the whole intro, everything like that. We got that all out of the way.
Yeah.
Plus, we did character creation, so I think it was a good session. I think it was a great session.
It was good.
Had a good time.
I had a blast. Looking forward to next week.
Man, those crits are so yummy.
Gotta love a good crit.
Jealous, man. Like, I cannot possibly keep up with damage with you guys. You guys are out of control. Holy! I'm glad I moved into support role.
Well, they're fighters, right? They're a barbarian, a fighter.
Yeah, that's
They're
what we're
meant for
supposed
that.
to do.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Dirge and Whee are gonna get along really well.
Oh yeah, I've got
Smash
spells
things.
large and haste. So don't worry. You guys will
Oh
be just
damn!
Yeah.
Damn.
Twin those and give it to both of us.
fine. Oh, it's in the plan. It's in the plan. Mwah.
Things are gonna get interesting for sure. For
Fuck,
sure.
man.
Had a blast,
Definitely
guys.
need to Rethink spell layouts.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to play around and like kind of rethink your characters, I'll leave the first 3, maybe 4 sessions where you guys can kind of adjust things and then tweak things within the rules that they're like, oh, I didn't like this spell. You know what? I'll switch that spell out. I'll give you 3 or 4 sessions to kind of get a feel for your characters and really like dial them in, kind of thing, to what you want them to be.
Oh, Dirge is locked in.
Yeah, I would say Dirge and Fween are pretty.
Angry attack,
I'm
man.
doing pretty good damage right now.
But I know with casters, you can like get in there and realize, oh, you know what? I'd rather have this spell, or I'd want to switch these spells out. So for spellcasters, it might make a little bit more
That makes sense.
difference as
Yeah,
far as you like looking over your spell lists.
A lot of the spells that I picked up at higher level than cantrip are like AoE based spells, and if there's 2 people running right in immediately,
Yeah.
You gotta
I'm
watch.
Sure, we'll
it.
fight
I mean-
more than 2 enemies at a time in the future,
mean-
where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be
You
good.
could always cast before we run in there.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. I don't know if you guys realize this, but like if you have the advantage, like they don't know you're there, you guys can get an attack in before the combat starts. You know what I mean? Like the way Dirge got his attack in on the white before we rolled initiative, right? It's because he had that surprise. It wasn't a surprise round, but he had like that surprise to start the round. So the attack happens and then initiative. Or so like Mark could come in and be like, oh well, they don't know we're here yet, so I'll cast this in the room and then we can start and let them know you're there and start initiative kind of thing. So
I have spike growth exactly for that effect.
boom, there it is.
Let them come to us.
I got javelins to throw if I need to.
There you go.
Me too.
I brought
Everybody's
10.
good. Everybody's good.
Oh no, I brought 20.
I
I
had
brought
to.
20.
Holy shit.
20. I just.
I couldn't even carry 20.
I can carry. I got 187.5 pounds.
Can,
Oh
can,
my God.
Can,
Carrying
can,
this stuff.
can I hand over like 6 of my javelins so you can carry them for me? Because
That's gonna top me up at 199, sure, but yeah.
I'm real
hilarious.
close to encumbered.
Well, I'm 12 and a half away from encumbrance too.
Oh, okay,
so.
we're in the same place then. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, every 6 javelins, he's got to like break open another bundle. He's got all bundled up. These stacks.
No, you just throw them all at the same time.
Yeah.
5 at a time.
All ridiculous.
All right. So, does anybody have anything to say before we get out of here?
Hoped whoever stuck around to watch the game had a good time.
I
Because
do as well.
I know we did.
Oh man, I did.
Yeah.
And don't forget to check out Moonstruck Dice on Instagram, selling custom dice. Great looking dice. They are beautiful. So definitely check out Mark's Dice because they are awesome. And I don't think, other than that, check us out next Thursday at 8CT, 9ET. And we will see you then. Until then, nerd out! Love you guys.
Awesome.